Warning: the following episode of Orsini's Uncensored Mind contains explicit language and adult content. The thoughts and opinions stated on the show are reflective of AJ Orsini and his guests exclusively. Seriously, guys, the show's called Uncensored. If you got a problem with bad language, I really don't give a shit.
Y'all thought we were playing. I guess we gotta show y'all.
The biggest event of the summer. Here we go!
I'm bonafide and I'm on the rise. You can fortify that I'm certified. I was born to fly like I was on the sky. Don't really care about what you got, but it's more than mine. You've been told all sorts of lies. If you think I really care about your demise, I'm gonna worry about me and no surprise. I'ma show them who we are. So you wanna be a rock star and live life on the top, y'all. In store with a lot of your life, big baby. Show them who we are. I'ma show them who we are. Show them who we are.
WWE Summerslam pay-per-view.
Welcome to Orsini's Uncensored Mind, and now your host, AJ Orsini.
How the hell is everybody out there? This is your boy, your main man, your asshole brother from another mother. This is your host of Orsini's Uncensored Mind, and I am, of course, the main man here on the control booth yet again, AJ Orsini. I want to take this time right out of the gun and thank everybody for their participation, their cooperation, and all the shins that were involved in creating episode 100. I said it at the beginning of 100. I'll say it again here, how the government has not stepped in just yet and put a stop to this shit. I will never know. But I'm continuing on here, and my original plan for episode 101 was to kind of take in 100, take it all in, take a deep breath, because I didn't get a chance to really let the emotion out in 100. I was just so humbled and thankful for all the nice words that everybody put out there for me. I was just overwhelmed, and I was just so busy having a good time with all the guys in the studio. I really didn't get a chance to really go in depth on how I feel about hitting 100. So that was my plan for 101. But enough of that shit, because we've got to get down to business. I did not realize, I didn't really put it all together until 100 was over, that the immediate next episode correlates right in to the second biggest pay-per-view of the year, which is horseshit, because I think it's the third best pay-per-view. We'll get into that later. That Summerslam is right around the corner. Of course, one of the big 4 or 5, depending on your generation. 5 being King of the Ring right now, being Money in the Bank. But this is definitely one of the bigger pay-per-views. And for the big, huge fucking pay-per-views that even though the internet claims they don't like, we'll all be watching this Sunday. We are going to sit here and we're going to talk about SummerSlam. But of course, as you can hear in the background, I am not alone, which makes 2 straight weeks of having many talented and very thoughtful people around me. I could not be more blessed for the 100th and now 101 to be surrounded by more creativity, more positivity. We're going to talk some pro wrestling here today. But first, bills to be paid. If you want to listen to Orsini's Uncensored Mind, very simple process. AJOUM.podbean.com is your main source for all of my episodes. Literally has 100 of them. All available for downloading for listening. If you can't get on the Podbean, that's cool. Podbean is its own shit. I don't work for them, so I don't give a fuck. There are other platforms. Spotify, iHeartRadio. There's a whole litany of them. All you got to do is, I used to name them all, but they're a mouthful. I got a whole bunch of them. Go to Google Orsini's Uncensored Mind, and they would literally all roll them together. You can actually go to pages 2 and 3 of Google, and it will be safe. There are other platforms there that you can get to listen to the show in case the other ones are not working. Of course, you can always get the official Orsini's Uncensored Mind t-shirt by going to going to ProWrestlingTees.com/AJOUM. It's a very sexy fit, very gray, very beautiful design on the front. You will love it. You can wear it for sport. You can wear it for leisure. You can clean your car with it. I don't care. Just go to the website, buy the shirt. Now, enough about me and filleting myself. I've got 3 people here. 3. Not 1, not 2, but 3 people here who are going to discuss some pro wrestling with me. And I'm going to start off to my left. This gentleman has been a great friend of mine for a few years. We came up in the ranks together in the great House of Glory promotion back in the day, back when it was great because we were in it. And it's still great. It's still great now.
Starting off hot.
But it was greater.
Shots
yeah,
fired.
this is the current hog is 90s hog. We were part of the 80s hog back in the day. And, of course, I'm saying referee, wrestler, MMA. I mean, you're all over the athletic
what I
spectrum.
can.
I'm here with the one and only Zachery Snow. What's going on, Zach?
Hey guys, what's going on? It's great to be here, AJ.
Yeah, of course, it's great to be here. You're in the House of O, baby. This is where all the shaking and moving happens.
Loved it. Loved episode 100.
Oh,
Had
thank
a really
you.
Great time chiming in.
I too enjoyed episode 100.
And listening, and obviously, you know, the LAX interview, which anyone out there who hasn't checked that out, definitely check out AJ's interview with LAX.
That's right. You can head over to ajoum.podbean.com to go check out episode 98, LAX. There is one in the middle, not as good as 98 or 100, but it's still pretty damn good listening.
Damn
Next
right.
to Mr. Snow, another brand new voice to the show here. She's making her Orsini's Uncensored Mind debut. I mean, how many tags can I put on you? I mean, comedian, you're in training for pro wrestling right now as we speak.
Attempting, yeah.
She is all over.
Performance artist pretending to be wrestler is what that group is calling themselves right now.
Hey,
and
listen,
that's
there's
fine.
a lot of people in tights right now pretending to be wrestlers.
Yeah, you
so
know
you're
what?
gonna
The
be
most
all right.
important part is
You're gonna
that
be
we're
all right.
self-aware and an audience shows up. Like, no, the venue sells out, so we're just like, okay, that's enough. We got it.
Not only is this
You know-
her first time on the show, but this is literally the first time we're meeting in person.
Yeah, exactly. I just met you. Your son's cute. I'm in your apartment.
She's got the
This
Modelo
is the second time
going.
I've been in Bay Ridge. It's kind of like China, but it's not.
Believe me, when
Well,
the
at
sun,
first-
it's nighttime right now as we're recording this. When the sun comes out, it's even more like
Well,
China.
at first I
Yeah.
thought I got on the wrong train and I ended up in Jamaica.
Yeah.
I mean, your train ride must have been interesting. Entering from Astoria to
Entering
this
from
side of
Astoria to
Brooklyn,
this-
you're hitting 3 demos all the way down.
Exactly.
Each borough represented by the entry a little different each time.
Exactly. It's like Epcot, but scary.
Yeah. Well, Epcot could be pretty scary.
Yeah, that's true.
I'll find out in a few days because I'm heading to FL, baby. I'm going to
Oh,
Florida in less than a week.
snap.
Orsini's Uncensored Mind will be on location with episode 102 because I
that's
will be in
awesome.
my expensive-ass hotel room holding much more expensive alcohol in my hand when I do the show in about a week. So
Are you going to be in Florida or Disney World? Because those are two different places.
No, I'm going to be
Disney
in
World's
Orlando,
like a-
Florida.
Okay, good.
We already have a breakfast with the characters already booked at Hollywood Studios. We're going to Discovery Cove, Legoland. I'm getting my dick hard for 7 straight fucking days.
And for those who don't know, it's
Hell
obvious
yeah.
that he's
Getting
going
your
with the
dick
man
hard
Zack
in
Ryder.
Disney World. That's good, I guess.
He's got the hookup. He's going with Zack Ryder and Cody. They love it.
You have
AJ,
your-
Zack, and Cody, they love going down.
Now-
You're gonna have your
Disney.
dick hard for 7 days straight.
7
Yeah.
days straight.
Don't you need to like
I
see
know-
a doctor?
no,
or
I know
something?
there's a
Yeah,
warning.
no,
I know
you're
there's a
supposed to.
warning after 4 hours, but I'm gonna test those limits. And
Living on the edge.
Space
with
Mountain,
Mickey
baby.
Mouse.
Space Mountain.
That's Splash Mountain. That's more accurate this time.
yeah, we're starting off hot and heavy here with the SummerSlam round table. I haven't even gotten to my third guest yet here. There's a third person here who just happens to be not only a pro wrestler currently in the game, but a champion. I will give you the floor to introduce yourself, my friend.
Thank you, sir.
Yes.
See, hey, AJ, before I do, has anyone ever told you have a voice for commentary?
Yes, I've been told by at least 3 or 4 people in my entire life. that-
Sir?
3 or 4. Wow.
yeah,
Just 3
I
or
know.
4?
It surprised me too.
Oh my God! Like I love your
3
voice
or
already.
4,000.
Book this, man.
All right. So it is it is me, it is the ace that runs the place. One half of the current BWF 2-man faction champions, not tag team champions. No. Why? We are not a tag team.
Okay.
We are a 2-man faction. This is Ace Andrews.
That's right. Look at that. You said I got a voice for fucking commentary. You got a voice for radio over here.
Stop it. Face for radio.
Shut up.
Oh,
I can. When
don't
this,
you wrestle with a mask
when-
on?
Sometimes.
So here we go. SummerSlam 2019. We've got 10 matches we need to go to, a whole bunch of championships on the line here, and one of the big surprises is we've got a few stipulations. I actually didn't anticipate stipulations. Episode 100, I did this huge fucking rant about nostalgia and how I was pretty much fucking done with it. And literally the minute that I set it into existence, they went and did a whole bunch of shit anyway. So we're going to have to talk a little bit more about nostalgia here. We've got 10 matches that we need to get to, and why not? Let's go ahead and start with some of that nostalgia. Let's go ahead and get that shit out the way, because there's two.
Yep.
So I'll start with one just to pull the fucking Band-Aid off.
There it is.
I don't know what the build-up is to this, and I watch the show every week. So I don't know what the build-up is. I have no fucking clue how we got here, or how or why we even need to discuss this. But let's start off with Trish Stratus returning to in-ring action
Yup.
against Charlotte Flair. Now I'm going to ask the three of you three completely different questions because I need fucking answers. And I'm going to start off. I'm going to start off with Zach. And Zach, I'm going to ask you a question because I have literally three questions popped into my head when I watched it live. So I'm going to go down the line and try to get some help here. Zach, help me out. I'm on the couch. I'm coming to you. I'm seeking guidance from you.
I'll do what I can.
In what world and in whose world, because definitely not in my 36-year-old ass, is this a dream match? How? Explain to me how this is a fucking dream match.
I mean, I think
What dream? What nightmare? What Jason-induced
guess-
piece of shit came up with this shit in their head?
I agree with you that it's not particularly like a dream, quote unquote, dream match, but I think in the story of women's history in WWE, you could say that these two are maybe the biggest stars, or at least
Fair. Star
Trish
power.
Trish
okay.
is probably the biggest star from that era, although I think Lita's popularity has been undersold. She was.
I can make a strong argument she wasn't the most popular performer of that era.
Yeah.
Which was evident when I was in the building for Evolution.
Bars.
And the two of them came out.
So was I.
Yeah, and the two of them
God.
came out.
Yeah.
And got two very different reactions.
Yep.
But I'll go ahead. Go ahead.
Yep.
Continue your
But
point.
no, yeah. So, and I think they're definitely
was good.
trying to push Charlotte as even without the
She's
belts.
she's the flair of that division.
Yeah,
They're
exactly.
putting
Even
her
without
on
the
top.
belts,
She's the top,
she's still
which I
on
concur.
top.
She's probably the
So
best they do
I think
have.
that
Right.
Sort of. I mean, I'm not particularly looking forward to it. I think it'll be good. I think we know how it'll probably end, though.
Here's where I have problems with. Yeah, I know that little that grumble that just reverberated on my microphone. I have a problem with the Dream Match title because of one of the things that you just said. The two top stars of their era.
Yeah.
I have a huge problem with that comment. And I don't have to explain it. Charlotte did. Charlotte
Yeah,
explained it when she
absolutely.
said she wasn't over the hill when she left. The two generations could have met, but never did because she decided to do other things. Now, I don't agree with the whole, well, she wanted to have babies and family. Okay,
Yeah,
cool.
that
that's
was
that's your life decision. That's
fucking
fine.
writing too.
Right, that's
There's no
something
way.
that
They were pulling for whatever. I think
Yeah.
I think that was writers scraping because they had
Oh,
nothing to
absolutely.
go on. That's
Yeah.
why they had
No, but
nothing to go on.
I think the idea that these two generations could have never met not only is bullshit, but I think there's a very, very valid reason as to why they never did. They're two completely different generations. In-ring action it's two completely different worlds. This current roster is the most deep and talented pool of women this company has ever had.
Hell yeah.
So for Trish,
Untouchable by anybody else.
in fair, I think the reason why I'm having a problem with Dream Match is Trish was the star of that era. If Trish was in her prime in this one, she wouldn't be top 10.
Yeah, absolutely.
So we're talking. I lose the Dream Match aspect when I see the caliber
Of talent.
of performers because she literally is coming out of a minivan with kids to wrestle the best female wrestler we may have ever seen in a WWE ring. We can debate it,
Oh,
but
absolutely.
she's in the fucking
She's
conversation.
she's in the running
Yeah.
for sure.
The struggle I have is putting Trish into that conversation.
it's unlikely.
I get to about 5 or 6 current chicks before I get to Trish when it comes to all-time in-ring, blah, blah, blah,
Well,
blah,
and
blah,
if you're
blah,
looking
blah.
at history of WWE, even then, I mean, you're looking at Lita, Michelle McCool.
Yeah, I know.
There's,
See,
like,
with
there's even other women from the past. That
I don't want to take anything away from Trish, but to say you were the top during an era where there really wasn't much history to fall back on. If it wasn't for Moolah, and I'm not saying women's wrestling overall, I'm just staying within the bubble of the WWE.
Yeah.
There's Moolah and
Very
then
different.
literally fucking nobody else. Sable, Jacqueline, and then you go down the line, Luna. You can always bring in Sherry Martell if you want to go that deep. But she wasn't a full-time active competitor. They just didn't have a division back then. If we're talking about just in-ring competition in a division, there was no fucking history at that time. Now, I mean, Trish's 7-time world championships are being surrounded by 4 times, 5 times, 6 times, 7. Like, these women are doing this shit every day.
Yeah.
So I just have a hard time with that. The question I have for Hannah, because I love the idea of having another woman on the show. I was looking for
yeah.
one. Zach came to the clutch here and brought me in a wonderful
yeah.
candidate here.
My vagina has so many opinions about wrestling.
All right,
It's so-
let's talk to your vagina for a second. Let's have this heart to
no,
heart.
don't talk to her. She's only going to talk about Drew McIntyre.
Oh,
No,
okay.
okay.
Oh, well. Well, we get to him at some point here, don't we?
Wowzer.
So when we get to Owens and Shane, our
That's what
vagina
you
will
get.
wake right back up and get back into the game here.
Can't wait for that.
You're new to the world of pro wrestling. You're training
Yup.
yourself. I mean, you're a bit of a you're becoming a fan now as we speak, but you're training. You're
Yeah.
doing the whole deal. I told you before we went on the air, you didn't need to be a historian to be on this show, which is absolutely true. But as a competitor yourself, or someone who's trying to become a competitor in the women's wrestling game, what are you looking forward to in this matchup between these quote-unquote 2 top generational superstars here?
Lots of back bends, I think, from what I've seen of both of them.
Matrix and the figure 8.
They're just going to do back bends until one of them gets tired.
That seems like it.
Back
That's
bends.
going to be awesome.
Back
But if they
bends.
just, that's the thing. As a comedy writer, I can't not constantly project that about on wrestling. I'm just like, what if they just did back bends over each other until they got tired and messed with everyone? Because that's what I would do if I was writing this.
Just constant back
yeah,
bends
just
over
nothing,
and over.
Yeah, over and over.
So what are the
again.
spots, guys?
Yeah.
I'm
It's
going
like-
to bend over
Comedy
backwards
writers.
for this match, baby.
Yeah,
I
exactly.
don't think they use their comedy writers as agents, but it is the WWE, so you never know.
Yeah.
Very true. You
Yeah.
never know.
No, I don't know why that would the second they said that, I'm just like, are they just gonna do back bends everywhere? Is it gonna
There's
be like
definitely gonna
croquet where they're just fucking running
Can you
under
get
each
it over under too? Is there more than 2
Yeah.
in the match? Definitely, right?
Oh, wow. Yeah, doing over
Definitely more than 2. I would say more than
Yeah.
over 2. I
what
think
are
there
those
might be
called?
2.
Prop bets? Prop bets? How many
Yeah.
back bends? I'm willing to take that bet. I'll go. Hold
Oh
on now.
man.
I'm going to set the bar at 4.
4. Ooh.
I'm going to set the bar at 4.
That's the number I was
Can we
Interesting.
get an over or an under on 4? Where do you want to go on that? I'll set
I
I'll
don't
set
know.
the
I'd be
number.
willing to. I'd be willing to go over.
Here's where I'm getting that number from. Matrix.
Yeah.
At least 2 figure 8 attempts, and
Oh,
then
yeah.
I'll just lose out in the
One
open there in
random
case-
one.
one random one just in case.
Charlotte
Yeah.
Matrix
You know
as
what,
a
I'm gonna go
mock.
under.
Or what if they
Under.
both
We got
I'm
an
gonna go with
under.
under.
Yeah, exactly.
Scratch on that.
For those of you listening, where do you land on this? Comment below. No.
Yeah. No, it's
Don't forget to subscribe.
Yeah. Don't forget to subscribe.
back bend guesses.
Ace,
Hashtag.
you've been you've been a performer for years now, but you've also been a fan for forever here.
Yep.
You grew up with Trish.
Yeah,
You've seen
She was
the
mine.
highs and many nuts are busted when it came
Oh,
to those
that's-
magazines back in the day. Yeah, I've lost quite a few
Are we
issues
talking about
over
Stacey
time.
Keebler? What's going on?
No, you're talking about Stacey Keebler. I'm talking about Trish Stratus and for a short run there, Terry Reynolds. Whenever I went to freshen it up, but lefty righty. But you've been watching Trish for forever. You've also obviously seen Charlotte for forever.
Yeah.
As the performer of the group here, as the current guy in the ring right now, talk to me. Again, remember, I'm here for guidance. I'm coming to you for consult here.
Come to me, son.
Book this match for me. What can we expect? What would you do with these 2 women to make sure the match came out as entertaining as possible? We're not going to get in ring. We're not going to get
Yeah. So what would you
a
do
classic.
with these 2?
Right.
because listen. Trish tried that again. Not only Evolution, but the tag match on Raw after.
Oh, yeah.
All of a sudden, Trish comes out of retirement. She learned how to wrestle. She's a technician now. She's got all these arm bars and all the headlock takeovers. How do you? First of all, how long is this match? How long do you keep these guys in the ring for?
It's about star power.
Yeah, it's about stop part. We're gonna all.
They're
They
gonna
gotta
give-
get all
they're
their
gonna
shit
give-
in, baby.
yeah, exactly. They're gonna give
Gotta
them-
get all the stratosphatic shit. The big legs up.
I'm gonna go with
and
12 to 14.
12
No
to
way.
14. Wow, that's
I'm thinking,
deep.
I'm thinking
Yeah.
8 to
They
10.
they gotta give him everything. So I'm also including
Wait, are
entrances.
you?
I'm
Oh, you're
entrances.
including
yeah.
entrances.
No,
that's the-
Okay,
that's the
I like
worker in
that.
me. They tell me, hey, go out there. You got 10 minutes.
Oh,
I was like,
it's
oh,
time to rock and roll.
Yeah.
It's time out in control.
And then they're gonna have to
That
stare
laugh
down.
always makes me feel
I got
uncomfortable.
feathers.
They're gonna have to stare down.
Look at
Oh,
my
yeah.
feathers.
Happen.
Are they gonna do the Hogan Rock where they
I
look
hope
off
so.
in
I
different
really
directions?
hope so.
The generational matchup.
They're definitely not gonna do it for the other nostalgic
Trish's
match.
music always makes me feel
I hope
uncomfortable in the
not.
building with the
We'll
giggle.
talk about that.
Yo, can we talk about how that slap that definitely wasn't? She got a fistful of hair when she slapped Charlotte.
Oh, yeah,
And
yeah,
it
she
was just
did.
like a woof.
And yet Charlotte still managed to look embarrassed by it.
Yeah, she was like, and I was like, but that was hair. Like she tapped, she like swiped your, she pushed your hair across your face. Anything that was loving. That was,
tender.
yeah.
She's a baby face, but her music is so condescending.
Yeah.
You think about it?
Yep.
Zach, pick who's the winner, Trish or Charlotte? Who goes over? We're all playing.
Very
promoter
likely
here.
Charlotte. I mean, unless they're building up to something with Trish, but doesn't look like it.
Building something with Trish.
No, it
Yeah.
might be.
Did you hear about?
I'm
could
moving
kill
on.
Becky could kill her.
Hannah.
Yeah.
Oh no! What were you gonna say? I was moving on from his
okay,
build-up
yeah, no.
line, which is complete horseshit. Go ahead.
Yeah, no.
Absolutely. I mean, yeah.
So I mean, just back to the question quickly. I think obviously Charlotte has to lead the match. It's crazy that the
Right.
veteran is going to be the one that
It's in ring. Trish is. I'll
Right.
give Trish this. She's not stupid.
she's in the work rate era. Believe it or not, of women's
Absolutely.
wrestling. So Charlotte's definitely
Yeah,
going to
believe
lead
it
the
or
match
not,
or whatever.
skill matters now.
Yeah.
See, that's the problem with setting the bar so damn high. When you're main event in WrestleMania, when you're doing Hell in a Cell matches, Elimination Chamber matches, when you've been screaming for years, we can do the same thing the guys do.
Okay.
Okay, so go do what the guys do now. Now the bar is there.
Well, I just looked
Okay,
this up 'cause
here's
I
your
do have
shot.
The
Your trusty phone.
The trusty phone.
Okay.
And, so Trish's career was only 6 years.
Yeah, bell to bell. Yeah, she cut it extreme, dude.
So,
she
like-
debuted in 2000 with that was when she had the oily
right.
chest in TNA.
Yeah,
right.
2000.
And then I don't know, I described it oily, but it's what stuck out.
was.
And
Yeah,
Charlotte,
mean,
Charlotte debuted in 2012.
not that oily.
So
She's been wrestling.
she's
No,
been wrestling
but-
for longer.
She's
Yeah.
She's been wrestling. Okay, yeah, but
I'm just-
are you trying to
training
connect the
longer,
line?
too.
Oh, you're saying that Charlotte's been
Charlotte's
wrestling
been wrestling for longer
professionally
than
about.
Trish Stratus
Yeah,
wrestled
but that-
professionally.
right,
It's just,
but
you're saying that as a like
To
the-
be fair, though,
the veteran is getting led.
Charlotte
I don't
never
know if that's
wrestled.
Really the case. I think Charlotte might be kind of the vet here.
To be fair, Charlotte. Ooh, that's the second time. All these Stellas. We're uncensored.
Stella!
But Charlotte didn't learn under the same tutelage as Trish did.
Better tutelage for sure. But that's what I'm saying. I think even more.
No, I'm saying Charlotte did not learn under the same tutelage as Trish did. I know that her father had a hand in stuff. Obviously, Dusty when he was around for NXT, great wrestling minds. But she was learning from two guys who couldn't physically do it anymore. She was in. Look at that locker room Trish was in. After every Trish match, you come back in the locker room. Steve's there, Rock's there, Taker's there. This
Well,
is
we
what you
see her get
did.
trained by
This is
Triple
what you
H a
should
few
do.
times in the back.
Yeah, well, but it's limited, is what I'm trying to say. Trish could have walked back in that locker room after any match and walked into a library, a wealth of knowledge from guys who can get into the ring and beat the shit out of her and show her.
Yeah.
Charlotte was learning under people who were just kind of explaining it to her. And yeah, Triple H will probably get in there with her, Road Dogg a few times, I'm sure. They have real couple. Finley, Dave Taylor's
Robbie
there.
Brookside.
Robbie Brookside, A-Train.
Regal.
I mean, she's got physically able bodies, but those people we just named, it's not Stone Cold.
No,
It ain't
it's
The
not the
Rock. It
caliber
ain't
of
Taker.
that
It
roster.
ain't, and it ain't doing it in front of. Charlotte had the benefit of learning that craft in NXT, which is a lower scale. It's online, and we all remember her debut on Raw. She was scared at butterflies or whatever. Trish was getting the shit kicked out of her by the McMahons on live fucking television in front of audiences of 5, 6, and 7 a week.
Yeah.
I mean, 5, 6, 7 million viewers every fucking week. That is under the gun fire. That's why I don't take the stardom away from Trish. But there's only so much learning you can do and still not. I mean, Charlotte, it's a gimmick, but it's real. Genetically superior. This bitch came out of the womb, drop toe, shoulder tackle. She was doing universals with the doctor when she was fucking born.
Exactly.
And she was just born in this shit. Trish was a fitness model and then became a wrestling fan. Just,
Yeah, learn on the
You
fly.
nailed it, man.
which is nothing wrong with.
I'm not a fitness model. I'm a stand-up. I couldn't have taken that personally if I tried.
Hannah, who's your pick? Charlotte or Trish? Who goes over?
Oh, Charlotte, we're gonna go the McMahon blonde effect. That's gonna.
Oh, yes. Kick that.
Yeah.
See? Don't have to be a historian to know that fucking plan is in
No,
play.
of course not.
Ace
Yeah.
Andrews, you
Real thing.
obviously
Oh,
no talent here. Who's going over
Charlotte.
here? Charlotte. And I'm going to go ahead and jump on the Charlotte bandwagon myself. There's no fucking reason to have the lady with the minivan go over on the actual wrestler. It doesn't make any fucking
On top,
Yeah.
on top
if
of that,
they do, I will play the devil's advocate here. If they do, then his bullshit comment is not bullshit.
Right.
And they're building her for something.
To lose to someone else. To lose
Yeah.
to Becky or Bailey.
right.
I know,
That
but
would be
There's one
bizarre.
other person she could lose to. And she
Oh.
she could. she gonna lose to Ronda.
Yeah.
Oh god.
God.
Oh.
Yeah, I went to the Royal Rumble thing I went to was hosted by drag queens, and they said that Ronda Rousey's makeup looked like crushed pennies, and I can't not think about it every single time.
Wow.
I'm falling off my chair.
What a drag queen.
They're just like, her
When a
makeup looks
drag
like,
queen
God.
literally drags you,
Yeah.
you've got problems there.
That was a great Royal Rumble.
I
Never
am-
not going to a drag queen Royal Rumble again. That shit was so good.
Oh, speaking of dragging, let's talk about the SmackDown Women's Championship match because this storyline has been dragging.
Yeah.
I've completely and 100%, and I'm so sad to say this, completely given up on the Bayley character altogether. They've trying to freshen it up by getting her a little edgier, a little sassier, not taking no much shit. She's not a top star. I'm not saying she doesn't have the talent. I'm saying the character is not a top star. What they're doing with Johnny Gargano, the ultimate underdog deal, that is Bayley. Bayley's character was never meant to be the baddest bitch on the planet
Are
type
you
deal.
sure she's not female Randy Savage? Are you positive?
No, I'm not sold completely because
Okay, I'm just wondering.
we're seeing more and more of it every week. She's
I'm just saying.
She's metamorphosed.
She can do what she
I
likes.
expect her fully to run into a tree sometime next week.
Get Jay Lethal in the manager.
Yeah, I have completely given up on the because I feel they're so married to the ending of where she was at NXT because she never got a chance to devolve in NXT. By the time she reached the zenith, they called her up. They never gave her a chance like with Johnny. Johnny fought, got to the top, made his case, and then right back down to the fucking bottom you go because his job is to be Rudy. Your job is to be the underdog. Your job is to chase. Bayley's job is to fucking chase. Her job is not to be on top. She's not getting anybody over by being the dominant. She gets everybody else over by being the submissive, to being underneath. You make this person seem like a better performer when you're the Jake Roberts effect. Jake Roberts was never supposed to be world champion, but he was supposed to work with all the champions because he made them look like fucking stars. Bayley's job is she's a star maker. She can work anybody on the planet. If Bayley woke up, Becky has a problem working with everybody. But if Bayley woke up from a fucking nap and Hannah walked into the room right now and said, "Listen, we got to go out there for 15 minutes," she would make you look like a fucking star.
And it's funny because I'm thinking about Junkyard Cat and not it's way crazier. I created a crack-addled feral cat wrestling character. It's a whole other thing. Let's just talk about Summerslam.
She's still working on it, folks, is what she's trying to say. And it's ironic because here at SummerSlam, she's going to be in the ring with another female performer that I feel is almost in the same category she is, a workhorse, someone who can go in there and make the other girl look like $1 million fucking bucks. Yeah. That finish obviously is a fucking show stealer, but again, I mean, we got two women fighting for the championship that don't really give fans the impression of, okay, I'm number like Charlotte. Charlotte walks in the room and you go, oh fuck, that's the world champion right there.
That's the bitch.
Yeah,
Well,
and
I
I
think
think
that
Ember's whole thing
There's
is
muddy waters here for
Okay.
sure
Yeah.
because you had this storyline with Alexa Bliss and Nikki Cross
right.
with Bayley, and that was you had like Alexa, who's historically a heel, Nikki Cross, who people fucking love, and they were against Bayley, and Bayley was like kind of a bad, but like not really. She was just like
It was confusing.
It is
confusing. There's
very.
muddy
I didn't know
waters
if she
here.
was being a bitch on purpose or not.
Exactly. You're
Yeah.
not
Like
sure where
one
they're
week,
going.
And
one
I
week
think
she
that
steps
they're
up to
still
Alexa,
building-
and then the next
yeah.
week she's like, "Whoa, come on, Nikki."
So there's
That was
tons
my
of
Mickey
muddy
Mouse voice.
waters
I don't
with
know.
that, and then to immediately
Mickey
go
Mouse.
into
That's probably what it was.
Mickey Mouse.
I did YouTube related videos in my head. Yeah.
no, what I was gonna say, and then with the Ember Moon stuff, like Ember Moon is a babyface, and Bayley's kind of been mean to her, but it's been like under the guise of competitive spirit. But like, there's not the emotional connection with a good guy, a bad guy. There's not really a story there. It's just been like one-upsmanship, but the promos haven't really been there to get
No,
over
they
that
haven't.
intensity.
No.
And on Ember's side, it's even worse because Ember's coming off of the losing end of fighting Mandy Rose and
Yeah.
and
The losing and completely disappearing it. Like,
Yeah.
we lost her for a
yeah,
minute.
the whole premise of that shit was you broke my video game and you're competing for a championship.
Yep.
You didn't beat either one of them. They beat the shit out of you for a few weeks, and now you're in line for a title. What happened? I missed something.
I do kind of, but unless they're going for like, again, WWE not known for long-term storytelling, but like a sort of slow burn for Bayley to turn where, she picked Ember, and maybe it comes out she picked her because she knew she could beat her, like kind of like that cocky attitude.
Well, Ember won
And I
a
don't know
match
if
to
it-
become number one contender. She didn't just pick her.
okay.
No, yeah, she won a number one contenders match,
Okay.
but that's
So
what
then-
has everyone baffled.
Yeah, so then-
Because
then-
2 seconds ago, you were getting... No, she won a match. She beat... who the fuck did she pin? It was a triple threat match, and she pinned...
Oh, I can. Was it
Charlotte?
Trusty, I think it might have been Charlotte.
was
Yeah,
Charlotte.
it was Charlotte. She hit her with the fucking Eclipse. And then
Yeah.
Bailey came out and hit her with the belly to belly because the week before she dropped Bailey with the fucking Eclipse.
Right,
Yeah,
okay.
She dropped both.
That's
of them.
literally the
Oh,
entire
That's
storyline,
the
folks. I
storyline.
just told you
Yeah.
the build up right there, and it was
There.
2 seconds.
What if-
1 week,
It's just been finished.
then-
1 week, Ember dropped Bailey for zero reason, and then the next week Bailey dropped Ember simply because she dropped it the week
It's
before.
been very-
And now
it's been just-
SummerSlam.
Like
Like I
100%
don't
like a
understand.
physical
later.
feud with no
Yeah.
emotional thing, and like again, I think a physical feud can work like this if the characters are defined as
Well,
this is
there's-
a person I hate,
right.
this is a person I love.
Right.
Yeah.
It's not really.
See, the
I
thing
like
is,
both
I
of
kept
them
waiting
kinda.
for it to make sense, like, because I was just like, oh yeah, Alexa's gonna turn heel, and like it was like one of those times when Nikki Cross, like, lost them something. I was just like, okay, this is gonna be the time where
Right,
Nikki,
you were like, here it
Psycho
comes,
Nikki
right?
comes
Yeah.
back. Here
Yeah.
comes Psycho Nikki. Psycho Nikki's still not there, and it's really annoying me.
Yeah. And it was- and that would've
And
validated
I'm
Bayley, I
like,
think.
this isn't make Nikki Psycho again. Come on, but
This does not make her
I
psycho.
miss,
I don't
yeah,
think
exactly.
she's coming back.
Random,
We'll see.
She
random
needs to
thought.
come
If
back,
Bailey, if Bailey
please.
turns
Coming
heel,
back.
we have to edit her tube men, right? They have to have angry eyebrows now. Like, like,
Super psycho.
yeah.
Oh my god. Yeah. So Bailey and Ember Moon for the WWE SmackDown Women's Championship. I think the overall storyline here is just so muddy. Everything is just so confusing. I don't really know. Even in this current status, I don't know who the
I'm
babyface
too
is.
confused to
I don't
care.
know who the
Yeah.
heel is.
Yeah.
I don't care.
Which normally, if this right there you go. That's really the gist of it. I just
care.
don't care. Who will win this Sunday? Who gives a fuck? Because at the end of the day,
Yeah.
where do
Yeah,
we? And then where do-
especially after like Becky added this whole thing to the SmackDown Women's Championship, like this
Yeah.
whole like it's this thing, and then now it's like, well,
Becky
what
two
is it
belts,
again?
yeah.
I
Now
lost,
it's, like,
I lost
separate.
track of
But
what
even
it is.
before the two
Yeah.
belts, because before she was Becky two belts, she got over as the
She got-
SmackDown.
Yeah,
was
she got
the
over
Women's
SmackDown.
Championship.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's why. So now in my head, the SmackDown
For a
Women's
while, that
Championship
belt
is that
was
thing.
better than the Raw belt. When Ronda was
Yeah.
coming around with the championship, Becky was still considered the top
Yeah.
Yeah.
female in the company.
Absolutely.
And
Now it's weird.
they moved
again.
Becky to
Yeah.
Raw, and SmackDown's title now was in
It's like,
limbo.
Yeah.
Let's be honest about how Bayley even won that championship in the first place. It was a fuck you to Sasha.
Yeah.
Big
And you can tell that it was because they've had zero plans for it since they've given it to her. She hasn't really. When was the last defense? Who was the last defense against?
I think it
No
was- it was
clue.
a-
And I have a laptop in front of me, and I don't know.
There
was no feud.
There's nothing. She's been floating since
I
April.
don't think she's had a match after that Alexa and Nikki Cross match. Oh, I don't think she's had a match since the Alexa and Nikki Cross match. And
The Bayley
that
one,
was,
right? Yeah.
Yeah, and that was a weird.
And the best part about that build-up
just
was Nikki.
Yeah, and she just beat.
She
and
wasn't
just
even
beat
in the match.
The women's tag team champions handicap, which is also
Right.
silly.
Well,
but-
we've established we are neither here nor there with this matchup, but for
Yeah.
the sake of record keeping, who goes over, Zach?
This is one of the only ones of the championship matches that I
Don't care.
don't. Well, I don't care about, but I also could see flipping.
Okay.
Just because it's not like it doesn't matter, almost like it doesn't matter. So I'm gonna actually pick Ember Moon just because.
Well, we tried it with Bailey. Let's
I'm
see what
looking at
happens
the-
with
Yeah.
Ember.
I'm looking at the card. I'm looking at the
That's
card,
kinda
and
how I
feel
feel about it.
This
I get
card
to
is
see them
very-
sadly. Well, your turn. We'll
Yeah.
see
This
what
card
you
is
do with
very-
it.
that
This
didn't
card is very
work.
interesting because it looks on paper. It looks very.
I do believe this is
predictable. So I
probably
think
the
this
weakest match on
This
the
is one
card.
of the ones where they can
why I did
switch
it early.
and get a, they can say
You
like,
noticed
not
the two
everyone
first matches
retains.
I did. I was like, let's get these fuckers out of the way. Okay.
So Ember,
Ember, Hannah.
Eclipse.
Yeah, wishful thinking. Ember just so she's on screen more. I'm hoping if I say it out, if I vision board it, fucking.
If I speak it into existence.
That is the secret.
Ace.
yeah, exactly.
I
Spoiler.
don't care. Can you pick for me? I don't care.
Rock, paper,
It is-
scissors, move.
It's the same thing. They're both the same level.
Yeah.
Same level. You know.
First thing that comes to mind. 1, 2, 3, go.
Bailey.
Hey, then we're even it up because I'm also going Bailey.
right.
For the simple reason of what you just said, what does it matter?
Yeah.
Go. If everything equal, what does it matter? Go with what you got because you know.
I just feel like that
What
that
else?
match is one of the ones that you'll
It's
see,
one of
you
the
can see
weaker
a champion lose. And I
Here's
think
where I'll
I don't
spend
know if
some.
they're gonna-
Here's where I'll spend some positivity. All the matches on this card.
positivity, you say.
Here comes the positive spin. You know me, Zach. I like to always say the thing that no one's thinking of. So here's where I'll spend some positivity. I'm looking over the card here, and I see a lot of blow-offs. A lot of blow-off matches here for feuds that are either coming to an end or whatever. There's a few that's starting, but for the most part, because this one match sticks out like a sore thumb because there's not really a whole lot about it people give a shit about, I think they have the opportunity to do something to start something here. Meaning maybe we don't have an actual match. Maybe we have something where like a match starts or whatever, and then one of them just goes super uber, just catches us all off guard, uber duper heel. I don't even care what it is.
Bailey with a kendo stick?
Listen,
we love
if
that.
you want,
That
Bailey
gets over
has
real
been-
well.
That's not my Bailey.
Bailey's been campaigning online for a heel turn for forever. So if I'll pitch it to you like
Seriously,
this,
they gotta
for
do
those
her
of you
too,
out there
man.
who are listening and trying to get a visual, we didn't think before Becky became the man, she had a SummerSlam match that changed all that
That's right.
with a heel turn that nobody saw coming. Is it a possibility we could see it this Sunday? I don't know. I'm just putting it out there. Which, by the way, that
thought.
SummerSlam where
Great
Bailey
thought.
turned, I was in Florida again,
Right. Oh,
and I woke
yeah.
a lot of people up because I popped fucking nuts because I was like, it was like a relief.
Yeah.
I don't know Becky personally, but I felt like I've seen enough of her journey to be like, you go, girl.
Yeah.
I was like, that was a you go, girl moment.
Well, I think
They
those
popped. The whole
cathartic
building
moments-
went nuts for it because they were
Yeah.
like, it wasn't because they were trying to be cool and cheer the heel. They were like, fuck yes.
Those cathartic
Finally.
moments that make
Charlotte's a
stars.
bitch for getting into this match. This should have been
Exactly.
one-on-one.
That's what it was. They popped because they wanted Becky. Like, you know what? Fuck you, Charlotte, for getting in the spot.
You're a douchebag,
The blonde effect
Charlotte.
after a point.
Yeah.
You know, like, yeah, she does deserve it. She's, you're right, like,
So is
top
it really?
in history, but at the same time, here comes the blonde effect again. Like,
Ferris
you know,
wheel- Ferris wheel's gotta
if
keep
they all
Yeah.
pop.
Yeah. So I'm just leaving that out there. I think this is the one match since it doesn't have too much build-up. Maybe this leaves something open
Could be
for
some shenanigans.
Again, I'm trying to spin because otherwise, who gives a fuck about any of the shit that's happening in
The
this
hope
match?
against hope, right? That's the WWE's market.
Hope against hope. And I am extremely hopeful for this next match because this next match has so much expectation. There's so much expectation around this match that I feel it is almost 100% doomed to fail. There's just too much. The bar is too fucking high. As the extraordinary man who can do extraordinary things, Finn Balor takes on the Fiend at SummerSlam.
Yep.
Bray Wyatt. There's just now. I would like to tell a tale. I would like to do a quick little flashback about we'll say 2 years ago, 3 years ago,
3 years ago.
3 years ago. You know where I'm headed with this. All of the pundits, all of the internet geniuses and bookers and promoters ran me up a pole with a stick up my ass and made an example out of me because I enjoyed that feud. I enjoyed the mental aspects of it and the eventual leading to a Demon Bray Wyatt matchup. I was
yeah.
Facebook castrated. I was Twitter burned at the stake, okay, because I was this dumb fucking asshole. We flash forward, and this is now, as we speak, one of the most highly anticipated matchups probably in the last few SummerSlams. Not for the match itself, but how in the fuck are they going to present this matchup? And what I mean by that is so far, Bray Wyatt has had worms. He's had children in cages. And even outside of the Bray Wyatt character itself, I mean, Kane used to wrestle with a red light on. For forever, Sin Cara had a yellow light. I mean, there are different aspects to a character. Sometimes when you have a character that's really out there, they try to get a little crazy. They try to get a little different with the ambiance. So now we fast forward to this match. We've all seen the metamorphosis of the Fiend, the Firefly Funhouse.
Yeah.
We've added, we did the Sister Abigail, but now we've added what I think is a fantastic addition. The Mandible Claw being added to the Fiend's arsenal. We've seen someone who was dead to rights. Bray Wyatt's character was as stale as that bag of bread at the back of the shelf of those supermarkets that no one goes to. His character was dead. Now, hottest fucking thing in the business.
So good.
So, Ace, I'm going to start with you here. I'm going to ask you the opening question for this particular match. Go for it. Is this match is the expectations for this match just too fucking high? Can they go out there, have a regular wrestling match, and everyone goes, yeah, that was pretty cool? Or they have to go out there and just fucking murder each other at this point?
You want to hear something crazy?
Yeah.
I'm afraid there's going to be a squash match.
Oh, Jesus. Well,
He's not the demon.
I'm not wrong.
man.
I'm
Yeah, he's not the
wrong.
demon.
He's not the demon.
Yeah,
He's not the
that's
demon.
He's going on break
there
after
are a
this.
lot of,
Yeah.
and there
What do
are
you
a lot
think?
of goddamn matches, so one of them has to be, right? Like,
one
you
of them
know.
has to lose. Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
one of them's got to be like a squash.
Bray was
so,
stale for how long?
Oh, yeah, he's red hot right now.
He's,
Yeah.
You know why he was stale, though? He had all these feuds, and he lost every single feud.
But now that begs the question, did they learn from their mistakes?
Well, but
I
Finn's
think it's
leaving.
obvious that he could use a win here, obviously, just to keep the thing hot. But what happens after this? Because when Bray first did,
Firefly
we're
Funhouse
we're
becomes
forget-
an Adult
I know-
Swim show. That's what should happen. I'm sorry. I've been saying that since it started happening. I'm like, please, just
I'd
get
watch
him,
30
get him a
minutes.
goddamn
We're-
Adult Swim show. This is
We're
so
losing.
funny.
We're losing context on Bray Wyatt in the sense that he's a former WWE champion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
for sure.
And this guy, he's been around for a while. He's well respected. Even before the Fiend thing, he was always a respected guy. But like you said, they beat his ass like a fucking drum for years, more than months. People always pointing to that Bray Wyatt John Cena matchup, where it's
I
just
wouldn't
like
blame
that should have been the turn right there for him. And if that wasn't the opportunity to take it with the match with Taker, was
Yeah,
another
that's a big
opportunity
one. Yeah.
where it's like, okay, maybe this is the there was always he
Taker
always
did not
seemed
need to get his heat back.
yeah, his win back. Yeah,
Like, it's so silly.
he always seems to be good enough to just get like right there, and then as soon as he gets right there,
That's their fault.
Right-
though. I don't
right
blame-
back down.
I don't blame John.
Everything
I don't
is
blame
their
Ta-
fault,
Wait,
but-
I don't blame John. I don't blame Taker for going.
so you're
over.
going squash match with this. You think
I'm going-
he has to barrel through Balor at
Yes,
this point?
he has to bury the former Universal Champion.
I actually,
I mean,
I
that
actually agree,
sounds-
kind of. I don't know
you
if it's going to be
know?
a squash. I think they might get some time, but I think it's going to be
That does sound like something that would happen.
It's gonna
That sound-
be-
yeah.
Balor's going to try to start hot, probably.
I
He's
don't-
going to go right into heat, get destroyed for mad long, come back with a quick comeback, and then land a claw.
I think they're just gonna
Yeah.
save it. I'm sorry. I think they're just gonna save it. Like he'll beat Finn quickly.
Yeah.
Finn will go away when he comes back. Demon Finn will want revenge on the Fiend down the
yeah.
line.
The Demon versus the Fiend is going to be.
Oh, it has to happen at some
Magical.
point, right? Yeah. Like,
So-
What are your take on this matchup? What are you looking forward to?
yeah. Well,
most?
now that I'm like here, your thing makes sense.
You've
like, I
convinced
mean,
her.
you convinced me that it was. Well, I feel like Fiend has to
This is why
win
he's a champion,
because they
folks.
need to still establish him as scary because it's a relatively new concept. Like, so
I mean, yeah, it still has
I
some
feel like they
freshness
have
to
to.
it, yeah.
They still because it's still fresh. They need to establish him as scary. Otherwise, people are just gonna stop giving a fuck. But I didn't really think of it as a squash before necessarily. But building, yeah, it would also make sense to build
also
up
to
to
go
Demon
into
Fiend
Ace's
or
point that he
whatever. And
mentioned-
also, that's what kind of what fans like. You see, yeah, he's so hot right now. It's what fans want. Yeah.
Finn had asked for, this is like a little behind the curtain, Finn had asked for some time off, just to go and rehab or just spend time with his family, whatever, in Ireland.
Yeah.
So I think having the Fiend,
He's let's
decimate.
That
And
was
then-
the nicest way anyone could explain that time off. He's sick of this shit.
Yeah,
That's-
exactly.
There you go.
He's taking a vacation because he's sick of this shit. He damn near broke his back at Money in the Bank. They've been flip-floppy with his demon character and the Intercontinental title run with Bobby Lashley, which unfortunately Leo Rush had a lot to do with that shit. It wasn't. I don't really think it was a Finn Balor or a Bobby Lashley thing, but he's been in limbo for so fucking long. Yes, he's sick of this shit. He wants some fucking time off. The thing is that we always hear that wrestlers want the time off. We always hear it. Wrestlers can take the time off if they like. They're on the road all the but no one ever does it. Why? Because they feel like if they do it, they'll feel the repercussions. They'll have to be pulled from storylines. God knows if they'll ever be put back in.
Yeah.
If you're Finn Balor, pull me from what? What are you pulling me from? I don't
what? And if
do
you never put me
anything.
back in, I guess I'll
Yeah.
just go back to Japan.
I think it's Bray Wyatt's going over, but here's where I disagree with the squash. I don't think the squash helps anybody. I think if he burns right through fucking Finn Balor, not only does it decrease Balor's value, I don't care if he goes on vacation or not, you still don't want to decrease his fucking... You don't want to make him seem like a piece of shit and then disappear. Because
Yeah.
then the burning image is, well, he's a piece
Well,
of
but
shit.
don't they?
It's
the WWE, like, I don't know.
But hear me out here. Hear me out here. I don't think Bray Wyatt takes a single fucking bump. That's one.
right.
I think it behooves both characters to drag this shit out. Not long, maybe the 8 to 10 minutes you pitched for the other match, but I think Finn tries to get the jump on Bray early. Bray turns it around, never loses control of that match, even down to the submission. if I'm the WWE and I want to quote unquote slow burn this character, beating a Universal Champion is nice. How you beat him is important because you
Yeah,
want to get
absolutely.
him over as a guy that not only is indestructible but intimidating. You don't have. I posted on Facebook the other day about Aleister Black's entrance. I used to love the entrances where it's like the minute that guy comes out, I know that whoever's in the ring is going to get the shit kicked out of him.
Yep.
Aleister Black has that entrance and that stare and that fold. And my favorite part of Black's entrance, with people laughing when I say this, it's not the creepy thing, the walk. It's not the stare. It's not even the flip into the Indian style sit.
Or the stock footage of candles.
It's the moment after the Indian style. Because after he does the roll in and he does the Indian style, he does the hard camera look, and then he peers at the opponent. And that peer from the camera to the guy is, to me, is what sells the whole gimmick. Because he does the whole still thing, body calm, looks at the camera, I'm here, and then I'm going to fucking kill you. This guy over here, there's no video, I'm
good.
pointing my, I'm going to fucking murder you.
That's how I
Ring the
feel-
bell, bitch.
That's how I feel when
I don't get paid by
once I hear it start, when I hear the, I'm like, oh, this guy's dead.
And
Right away.
that's why I love when he surprises people, because sometimes good themes when there's someone talking on the mic or something happening and you just hear, "Brrr," like, oh fuck,
Yep.
Black Mass.
So good.
And he's not even a big guy, but he's really fucking intimidating. This is different. Bray is a big guy who can move really well. He's not the best wrestler, but he's a worker in the sense where good timing, always in the right place,
He
can
also
make
has
it.
moments in his
Yeah,
matches. too,
he can
really
make a
good
little
ones.
guy or a big guy look good
That
depending
spider
on
thing
where
with
he
the
is.
Fiend gimmick is
Yeah,
gonna
his
be so
psychology,
creepy.
yeah.
If he still does it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
which
absolutely.
is funny
Wow.
because I'm funny that you mentioned that. I would actually stay away from old
Bray?
Bray mannerisms because if you notice so far with the Firefly Funhouse, he hasn't done like Sister Abigail was like a small taste, but I'm glad he even got away from that because as that particular character, this is going to sound really ridiculous, but follow my logic here. I wouldn't want that character to win with a move. It just seems weird that he would knock a person out. Because his character, you would think I think like psychotic Hannibal Lecter type shit, where it's like I want to draw this out as long as I want you to suffer.
Yeah.
I want you to torture, and any
Yeah.
person that tortures a person doesn't want them to
Well,
die.
presumably this is
Sociopath.
Yeah.
Cannibal is perfect.
Yeah.
Presumably this is a. I mean, this is getting into the and we
The
don't have to
psychosis
go
of
on
it.
the psychosis and the real meaning of the Firefly Funhouse, which we don't have to delve into. This is about SummerSlam, but I do think that the Fiend is very different in Bray Wyatt's mind, the real person, than Sister Abigail, the character. It's very obviously it's different in presentation, but I think in wrestling too it will be different. So yeah, we might see some new.
Well, I personally, maybe this divulges.
I think it's supposed to be like a split personality. Type
It is,
gimmick.
but I think that's part of what makes the character so interesting because they make us perceive the character like the danger factor of this character isn't the fact that he can beat you up. It's the fact that it's the one part of his psychosis that he can't control. Bray has no control over this character, which means if the most mental person in the roster can't control this guy, he's a different breed of whatever. Like to the point where Bray's ashamed of the shit that this fucking guy does. Yeah. So it's like it's going to lead for a whole different thing. So I think, should I even bother? Are we all going Bray?
All Bray.
Or
Gotta be
Bray.
Bray,
Yeah.
Gotta be
I
Bray.
think
For sure,
Bray
it has to be.
If
Yeah.
I think
Finn
Bray
Balor
has
wins-
to.
If Finn Balor wins, I retire.
yeah.
All right? People like that.
This might be the one time, and because I don't know if you guys follow me on social media, but I argue with people all the time about wrestling online. I will concede this: if Finn wins this match, I will shut the fuck up. I will. There is no defending. There is no defending that decision. If he fucking wins this
None.
match, what a fucking joke.
Yeah.
That would that
That's
would be
also just
now
mean
now
if
the
he wants
fans
the
would
time
just be
off,
like,
yeah.
okay, I'm done.
We're
No
done.
more with Bray Wyatt. We're
He's
we're
Dolph
done.
Ziggler again.
We
Yeah.
are done with all that. Done with all that.
Oh, don't talk about Dolph.
There is a championship
we have
match.
to,
I don't know how
unfortunately, at some
closely you guys follow this 205 Live.
A bit, yeah.
A bit.
not
I
really.
know over here you little
I mean,
a little
I'm always
we
up to
dabble.
date.
Okay,
Try to-
this
My,
is what
my
it is.
sidebar on the app is NXT UK, not that.
There you go.
Yeah.
Well, NXT
I
UK
like,
is the
I
better
like
show.
because
so.
they're in a field.
Yeah. Okay.
In a tent in a field. It's whole
We were watching the download footage. We were like the concert.
Oh,
That place was awesome. That show was
Yeah.
actually pretty cool though. If you watch it all the way through. The WWE Cruiserweight Championship was on the line. Drew Gulak, a guy you know pretty well over here. I
do.
And have you had a chance to
Yeah.
work with him? There you go. See, all right. And he goes one-on-one with Oni Lorcan. Have you guys had a chance to work with?
I'm a big fan of his work.
Worked with
though.
Oni. I've never worked with Oni, but I have watched a lot of his stuff.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of
in
it.
WWE and also outside it.
We can't do it all. So that was just a funny thing about Drew. Drew's a really cool guy, and I'm super happy that he's the Cruiserweight champion.
Oh, yeah.
He hasn't had the run that I think even he would have liked, because Drew's a very cerebral person. I don't know if you've gotten the chance to meet this gentleman yet, but well, the one thing I like about Drew as a performer, he's a three-dimensional thinker. He's thinking not just in the ring, how this move would look. I mean, down to let's face this way when we do it. Like, he'll watch matches
my type of
before,
shit. Yeah,
and he'll be like, oh, the rowdy people are on that side. So when we do blah, 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 blah spot, do it this way so that the facial is this way, and then we can, like, really fucking egg him on. Like, he knew which parts of the building the fucking way. He's brilliant. But, you know, when you do that in a building filled with like 200-300 people, that's one thing. When you're in an 18,000-seat arena, I mean, and the hot crowds in Section 303, you're not really going to...
Yeah.
There's not much you can do. So with his particular style, I'm not entirely sure how it's going to work out. Oni is a really strong style fucking
British
guy.
strong style type deal.
Unlike the other Cruiserweight Championship matches, it looks like this is going to be more of a fist fight than flights.
Yeah, this is going to be a slugfest, I think. And also some really good technical wrestling for sure. I think we're going to see...
Oh,
I
yeah.
think it'll be 50-50.
Do you think we lose the audience with that technical shit? I mean, because you got, I mean...
Nah, I think
I
they'll
don't mean to
probably
call it
place
shit,
this-
but I mean, in
No.
WWE,
They're
how
going to place
often...
this after some...
Oh,
big
this is
shit
definitely a
happens.
cool down. This is...
Yeah, for sure. a cool
After
down
that Bailey
spot.
Ember Moon barn burner, we're going to need something that'll really bring the audience down.
Yeah.
Just to get them hot again.
I can see this probably being after the
A
U.S. title
shed
match.
smolderer, if you
Probably.
will.
That's probably a good spot for it,
I
yeah.
don't think so.
Yeah, what do you think
I
about
think
this
I'll put
particular?
it, I'm looking forward to it.
No, I know. As a,
No, so
see,
I'm
as a
looking forward to
worker,
it.
you're
Oh,
like,
the
this is
work?
gonna,
Yeah,
this is gonna be great.
I'm looking forward to it. I just don't know.
As a performer, yeah, I got a pen and pad out. I'm like, all right,
they
do
got to
your
use their
deal.
resources on the card and build that the
This will
right
be
way.
like after Goldberg.
As a person who's really just getting into the wrestling recently, when you see, are you as interested in those quote unquote mat classics, those technical style wrestling, or do you prefer more of the big, overt, just showmanship matches?
I like all of it because the technical stuff reminds me more, because I have a heavy, like, actual martial arts. I'm a black belt in Taekwondo from high school.
There we
and
go.
then I also
I know.
studied with...
I also got hard when she said that.
Hey, I can't assist you with that, but whatever.
That's fine. That's all right. I got my incubator
Yeah,
over there.
exactly.
She's
No,
fine.
it's whatever.
Savage.
That's that. No, that's
I'll just
usually
wake her up when
whenever
it's
somebody
over.
says that to me, I just go, I can't help you. Let's move
Yeah.
on.
As soon as you guys are out of here, I'm just gonna lean over and be like, leave your hand out. So the Drew Gulak, Oni Lorcan, I think we've pretty much hit all we really can. There's not really much of a build up to this because they went with the straight up championship situation. They knew they wanted to have a title match at the pay per view. They set up matches or a series of matches to determine a number. It's basic wrestling 101 stuff. So for this one, I think, like Zach said, this is going to be a match that we're probably going to find ourselves. I wouldn't be surprised, and this happens from time to time. Ace, you've experienced this, I'm sure, as a worker. There's some matches that you just kind of hold off to the side. Like, you put them at a number, but it's kind of an asterisk because you're like, I'll save this to play this card when I really need it. So it's like, because you never know which match might just blow it out of the water, and then you plug that in, keeps the crowd hot till we get to the main event, blah, blah, blah. This might be one of those matches. It could be 2, it could be 7. We don't know where this is going to land.
Yeah, I think they'll slot it with whatever.
I
they have
think
the
your
best
idea
match.
for the U.S. title match would be perfect because that's going to be a lot of energy in that. As a matter of fact, that's where we're headed next. We're going to talk about the United States Championship match. AJ Styles and Ricochet are going to be competing in what is now, I think, their like third or fourth contest in WWE. But there was mention, not only on WWE Raw, but there was mention on the Ricochet, I want to say documentary, but there was some behind-the-scenes thing they did on the network for Ricochet, kind of following his day-to-day and his rise to success here in the WWE. And even he mentioned that before the infamous Raw match, they had one indie match. And that's it. I know people find it hard to believe, but they barely ever touched before that Raw match, except for the 25 minutes they wrestled at the indie show. Now, I have stated on the show before that one indie show they wrestled at was House of Glory here in New York, and I'm the one that called it. So I gave a little insight during that episode, but I have someone here with me today who has even more insight than I have, because while I was the guy that called it, Zach was the man who reffed it.
Hey.
Yeah.
When Styles and Ricochet fought for the first time, there was 3 men in that ring,
were.
and Zach was the third guy.
AJ Styles, Ricochet, and Zachary
So-
Snow.
We have a little bit of insight here, you and I. I already said my piece. Talk to me about that day. Talk to me about being in the ring with those guys.
Obviously, a huge honor, probably the highlight of my career. Up there, probably does top the Red and Ray match, although that match was unbelievable. But the quality of this match,
Which I also called.
the quality of this match is just on another level.
Yeah.
I had 2 matches that
With
day.
all due respect to Ray,
Yeah.
this was again.
This
was
Red
exceptional.
and
yeah.
Ray did an incredible job, but they only went, I think, 12 or 13.
Well, I mean, if that match would have happened 10 years before that, that
For
would
sure.
have been fucking
yeah.
insane.
but
and both of them are coming off of injuries.
AJ and Ricochet went to a time limit draw with 5 extra minutes. I had 2 matches that night. I had the opener and I had the main.
Yeah. There was some
So-
interference in that match, too. As
There
well.
was, yeah. A guy some people know, the
Gotta
bad,
keep eyes in the
bad
back of your
boy-
head, buddy.
The bad boy Joey Janela and Anthony Gangone broke that up at the end, which was, really? Yeah, it's not really what you want to see, but,
Especially
it is
as the
how-
referee, he's trying to maintain some
trying to
order
maintain
here.
some order. We got 5 more minutes. We want to see a finish, but, it gets kiboshed. But
You know the match is good when the interference got boos. Like, they were like,
Yeah.
fuck.
That's that heat.
But I had the match in the very beginning of the card, and then I had basically the entire rest of the night to sit and listen and learn from 2 of
to the best.
2 of my favorites.
2 of the
and
best then.
2 of the best
and then, like,
definitely
fast
now.
forward, now they're definitely, yeah.
But it was probably they were putting that together the whole night.
I remember, talk to
whole
me
night,
about
2
this
hours.
because
I mean, it was
you probably know more about this than I do, but I just remember Ricochet being super fucking nervous.
he was
Because this was AJ was the guy he saw,
Yeah,
like
his
us.
hero.
Yeah, it was like
he
his
was
hero.
definitely
Yeah.
a huge influence on Ricochet, and he was tentative for.
He was like, I gotta
stuff.
take a shit nervous. He was just like, oh my
Yeah,
god.
he was looking to AJ for sure to lead the match. Obviously, AJ was just coming off his IWGP Championship run.
Yeah.
So I mean, he
Even
was.
still, I mean, you're in the ring with AJ. You shut the fuck up when you're
No,
in the
of
ring
course.
with AJ
Yeah, no, but I'm
Styles.
just saying, like AJ was at the
Just
top of his
buckle up,
game.
kid.
Was AJ heel in that match?
Yeah.
Was it really a heel?
no.
AJ was kind of. I mean, he definitely.
I know he
was
led the match.
He was doing Bullet Club deal at the time, but
Right.
this was also like close to the exit from IWG from
okay.
New
It was
Japan.
post run, and
Well,
he was.
I don't think we knew at the time, but I think he might have been signed by the time that we had him, because a few months later he did that spot where he announced. Well, not announced. He kind of hinted about the Royal Rumble.
Right.
Like we caught him right toward the end of his
for the
little
end
indie
of
run.
His
yeah.
indie run, and I think AJ did change gears definitely toward the match. I mean,
Yeah.
as AJ was talking about before we started recording, they give guys more time when they're
Feel
their
out.
first match to feel them out, but also obviously this is a special attraction type dream match, a real dream match type
As-
thing.
That's what I was
So they gave him a
as
lot of
the-
time to work.
As the commentator, I think just from what I was seeing, like he said about the feeling out process, I think once they did the feel out process, Ricochet gets a spot in, I'll get a spot in. Once they figured out which side the audience was kind of feeling,
Right.
they switched it. So it would be like even keel right at the beginning, but they'll pop for AJ shit, but they were really hot for Ricochet shit. So he's like, okay, so that's what we're doing.
So
Cut
AJ,
off,
AJ
bam. I'm the
cut him
bad
off,
guy.
gave him
Let's
some
go.
heat. He took him
Yeah.
out to the outside. One of my favorite spots, I was telling this off mic, was AJ put him in a figure 4 around the post, and I was like, well, I'm not gonna count him out. Obviously, I'm not gonna disqualify him. So I had to like scream at AJ Styles' face, get out the ring, like rip his legs
Yeah, he's
off
in
the
AJ
post.
Styles' face. This
And it's
fucking
like
guy.
it's surreal.
The
like,
balls
I'm
on
watching
this
myself as
guy.
actual projection.
Yeah.
And it's like, what the fuck
But
is
good
going
for
on?
you. Yeah.
But no, I mean that's part of the
You've
ref
got
character.
That's what you have
strong
to do.
morals. That's why you were the referee in that match.
You gotta,
I don't see Louis Zeno Jr. getting anybody's
No,
faces.
definitely not. But I mean,
That was
like
an
I was
inside
saying,
comment.
they put that they worked. I mean, like straight through the whole event.
Yeah.
I mean, they got there.
It was a little shaky at first. You could tell because Ricochet he's changed it up now
Yeah.
in the WWE, which is the benefit of NXT. I know a lot of people were pissed off. Why would he even? Because you it's a different world, a different style.
Completely different.
Ricochet's quick.
Yeah.
His style is very technique. You know, he lands everything pretty. Everything
Very
is nice
crispy.
and very crisp, right? And AJ for a while had a very similar style, but now he's like the grizzled vet, so he knows how to like slow
Yeah,
things
his
down
matches
and
are
blah blah.
completely different though.
Yeah.
Matches are completely different, right?
They're better.
So I think at Hog, what happened was like old man AJ was meeting young man AJ, so he knew kind of how
yeah.
he knew how to slow down
Interesting.
Ricochet. Because
Yeah.
Ricochet, because like I said, Ricochet was I gotta take a shit nervous.
Right.
So the opening spot is like dip, 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 drop down, blah blah blah, and AJ's like, "Pff, okay, here, kid, listen to me.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give you your time
And there was-
to
yeah, there was
do the
great
flippity do,
communication.
okay?
There was
Like
great
Adam
communication
Sandler.
in the ring
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
But
he had
also-
better communication with Ricochet than Low-Key did, because I called the Low-Key
Mm-hmm.
Ricochet match, and that match started as a cluster. Because Low-Key has never been the fast guy. He's always been methodical, blah, blah, blah. So Ricochet was just pop, 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 pop. And then Low-Key was like, bam, okay, kid, slow down. Because you got to, like, bring it. You got to, there's a bunch of
That's how
different
you
shit.
do it.
you
I
can
mean,
do,
I was
yeah.
absolutely going in. I was, an AJ Styles mark forever.
Yeah.
Since Fox Sports 1 TNA.
Well, you know who AJ, I don't know if you got a chance, you know who AJ credits for that new style with the slow down and the use the big spots with? Kurt Angle. He
Really?
gives
Wow.
credit to Kurt Angle.
Well,
for-
their program at the end of
when they were in
his
TNA,
run was
when they
really
were in
good.
TNA, there was
People
the dream
sleep on
match with
TNA all the
Styles and
time, but
Angle.
Shit was great.
And they had a match, their first match in TNA was really good. And Kurt even admitted it was a really good match, but I couldn't let him know that what he was doing was right, because the reason why it was a good match is because Kurt changed his shit for him. So it was a good match. But in Kurt Angle's mind, if you want to get to where I'm at, you got to change all that. So when the match was over, even though it was a good match, and Kurt actually agreed, yeah, it was a really good match. Instead, what happened, they went in the back, and Kurt bitched his ass out in front of everybody and embarrassed him.
Wow, I didn't know that.
And AJ, this is AJ's story. He goes, he cursed me out. What am I going to say to Kurt Angle, right? So I'm just sitting here taking it.
Just
He
flip your
goes,
majestic
I'm the
hair
leader of
and
this
walk
locker room, but he's cursing me out. So I had to lead by example. So the best thing that I could do was, okay, sir, what should I do different? So Kurt's like, this. You do this, and let me follow this, and then you'll be leading the match. He taught AJ how to call the match.
Yeah.
He's like, you're going to do this. I'll follow you. Because at your speed, the faster guy is supposed to be the guy calling the match.
Right.
Because you're in control of the tempo of the match. You're the fastest guy.
Yeah.
If I'm the slow one, I can't possibly call this match because I can't keep up with you. So if you're going to be the fast guy, you need to learn how to control your speed.
Yep.
So since you can do 6 or 7 amazing things, start by giving me 3 of those spaced out. And then once you learn how to control those 3, we'll work on 4, we'll work on 5, and we'll work on 6. Once you learn how to control your speed to 6, you won't want to do 6. You'll eventually cut shit out and get back down to your 3 because you feel more comfortable with 3 at this speed.
Yeah.
So that's what happened with Ricochet.
Straight up
Ricochet went out there and tried to do all this New Japan shit, and AJ is like, okay, cool, great. We'll get all that in at this time. That's
guess-
why the Raw match, if you put the Hog match on and then watch the Raw match right after, it's two
night and day.
completely
Yeah, not even
different
close.
matches.
Yeah.
Because Ricochet is clearly made aware after his NXT run, okay, this is what we're going to do now. You're bursting at the same
I
time.
do want to put myself over with just one thing, because like I said, that whole
Please, stroke yourselves. Go
that
for it.
whole that whole card where we were in the back going over everything, you know what I mean, spot. But there was that moment where, AJ's like, we're bringing it out, going outside, figure 4, blah, blah, blah. And he was like, I don't know.
It has to stay in front of you.
He was like, I don't know how, like where to go from here. Just like, what's the next little thing. And like I said, I had been an AJ mark since I was like 14, 15, watching them on Fox Sports 1 at TNA early days. And I was like, oh, can I, like, I kind of, respectfully was like, can I give a suggestion? And I was like, you could do the forearm. Because that was this classic signature for AJ.
Phenomenal
On outside.
forearm, yeah.
Yeah. Which is now the phenomenal forearm.
Yeah, it
Little
was-
did
yeah,
we know
yeah,
back
it
then
was-
it was
yeah.
just a move. He did. He just
Springboard forearm.
Springboard
yeah,
forearm
yeah.
was a classic, just AJ Styles mid-match thing.
And that was, at the time, a small move because he was Springboard 450, he was Springboard...
Exactly,
moonsault.
yeah, so that's
the
why I was
forearm
like,
was
this
just
fits-
like... Whenever
fits
he was
perfectly
injured,
here, and
he
then
would do the
like,
forearm when he
later
was
on-
hurt. If he was hurt or tired, he would throw the forearm. But if he's fully 100%, it would be some ridiculous shit.
Yeah. So it was kind of cool to just be like, be able to offer something
Call
up
that
as
spot,
being a
yeah.
fan, obviously, knowing his moveset, knowing that kind of thing. And then also, obviously, later on to see that kind of evolve into something that is, taking a
What
lot
I
of its
love,
own.
It's figuring all that shit out. So I wanted to bring all that shit up about this match because we just happen to have
I mean, this
some
match I
insight
think is
on
going to
this.
be. I'm hoping they get, good time. Probably 15, 18.
Oh yeah, this will definitely
maybe 20.
This will
Yeah.
definitely be one of the
But
longer
I also
matches
there's
on the card.
definitely shenanigans.
I
with
was
the
gonna
club.
say, yeah,
There's gonna
with
be
the whole club
shenanigans.
deal.
Yeah.
They're trying to keep this whole thing as a faction. And
But
yada, yada,
I'm
yada.
interested to see where they go with that. Like, I could see a pretty solid match, similar to what the Hog match did, which is a great match, long,
The only
good,
problem I have with
even, and then toward the end, you get a simple little run-in ski just for the victory for AJ.
matches like this are the reason why I have a problem with the existence of 205 Live.
Yeah.
Because they're going to
Yeah.
go out there and have a 205 Live match.
Right.
Yeah,
What's
probably.
the point of the show if the best 205 guys are not on 205? They're on
I mean,
the
yeah,
fucking...
could you imagine if this was
Was
a
the main event of 205 Live? Everybody would be
205
tuning the
highlight?
fuck
Yeah,
in.
everyone would be tuning in.
But 205 Live is every match is a 205 Live match.
Yeah, which is
Yeah.
another problem that I have. It's one
Well,
of the
that's
reasons
why
why I
Gulak's
stopped watching
champion.
Ring of Honor.
That's Gulak is champion because, to cycle back, Gulak is champion because
Because he's different. Yeah, right.
Well,
but the problem is he's not good different. To us, he's good different.
wow.
To the regular WWE fan base, they look at him. Well, no, I agree with you. I
But
love
he's
Drew.
good
I
because
think
they
he's
hate
an
him, though.
amazing.
The regular fans dislike him, and they're supposed to. So
I
that's
think
good too,
Drew.
and that's part of his
I
style.
think Drew Gulak as a character would only really work if they had 0 point. Which, by the way, we didn't pick for that match. We
fine.
need to make pick. But I think if you really want him to get over as like a top 205 guy, he needs to hold that belt for like fucking forever.
Yep.
He needs to hold that belt for
Absolutely.
as long as possible. Go through as many because you don't know how different a person is until you put him against the average. When he goes against everybody and has different matches with everybody, then you go, okay, yeah, that guy's okay. He's unique. He's a little different, and he's I think he might be the best talker on that program. Now that
Probably, yeah.
Ali and all these other guys are off the show, he might be the best talker too. We didn't pick for Drew and Oni, so let's get back to that for just a second. Who you guys?
I got Drew Gulak.
Drew over
I
here.
have no real opinions.
That's right.
I don't have enough information.
Pick at
Pick
random.
the Philly
you
guy.
never know.
Just pick
You
Drew as the
never
Philly
know.
guy.
Okay, I'm picking Drew.
Hey, I have WrestleMania parties every year, except for
Yeah.
last year because I went. But as you can see, I always have my home decorated for like WrestleMania and stuff. That's the birthday. We just never took it down. But we always have like WrestleMania parties and stuff. And on my wall, I do like little things throughout the day. The show, and on my wall, I haven't picked that out because I haven't had one here yet because this is the new apartment. But we only have prediction sheets, so when you come in, you write on the prediction. And I have people who are like plus ones that just came with the friend or whatever. They don't know shit about wrestling,
This is a
and they would
funny
get it
name.
perfect.
Yeah.
They
And
would
it
get it
was
Oh,
perfect.
perfect. I had one person
Oh,
who
that's
came.
awesome.
He was the brother of one of my friends who's like a big wrestling head. He doesn't watch wrestling. He's a big gamer or whatever. And it was like 12 matches.
love it when
Dark
stuff like
matches,
that
battle
happens.
royal, guest on all of them, and perfect.
That's awesome.
I was like,
amazing.
that's who WWE is booking for.
Yep.
Literally.
Yep.
literally.
So Ace, Drew and Oni.
Drew, definitely.
Drew,
I love
I am
Oni.
also going
Me too.
Drew.
Yeah.
We're
Drew's
not
got
gonna,
the
we don't
storyline,
have
he's got the hot
much.
hand.
We don't have much discrepancy in these picks. AJ Ricochet.
This one's honestly really tough because WWE storylines take turns in a weird.
See, this is the problem with
Yeah.
asking predictions with people in the business because they think as bookers.
Right.
Yeah.
They start planning the storyline out. Well, I don't know if he's going to win. I mean, he's the better athlete, but I don't know if he's the. I need him to hold the title till Survivor Series. So
Yeah,
I
like,
can't.
that's why
I
I
wouldn't
think-
job him out
I
just
think he's
yet.
about to go on
think AJ
vacation.
will probably
I don't
win
know.
for similar things. I think there's probably going to be a six-way in there sometime probably at a pay-per-view.
He's
Rich
got
is going to
AJ.
get some guys, and then they'll probably blow it off at
Hannah,
Survivor
AJ,
Series.
or Ricochet.
I feel like it's still going to be AJ. I feel like it wouldn't immediately go back like that. I don't know. I feel like, but it might
The
be
New
like
Japan
some heel shit.
contingency
Yeah,
and the
exactly.
WWE
No, I
still
feel like
holding
they're still
belts.
going to push that because they're just like we saw too many of those shirts. We
Oh, that's true.
like we
They have
Those shirts
They
move,
invested.
we saw too many Bullet Club
They
shirts in our
invested on the
show.
merch.
We're sad.
Is AJ's
We're-
logo? Is Ricochet's logo on a shirt yet? The double
The-
helix type thing.
Probably.
Yeah.
I don't think so.
Not yet. That's why you got to get that shit on a shirt.
He doesn't have
right?
the merch yet, so he can't be
Yeah.
champion.
Oh, really? Oh, okay.
Ace.
Yeah.
How did it end in Hog? It was what Gangone and
It was,
Janela
But it's
interfered?
going to
It
be
was
a
in a- it
super
was,
long, good match, I think.
Oh, yeah,
but
I
it's
think so.
just,
Yeah, it was.
but I think
It was.
Ricochet was defending the
time
title.
limit draw.
It was a
for the
title
title.
draw for the title, yeah.
And then it looked like AJ was probably gonna win with a calf crusher. He was working.
Yeah, that
he
was like,
working
we were
over
doing like a
Ricochet's
time limit
leg for
deal,
a
so there
long
was
time.
like we were counting down minutes and shit because that was the whole point. We wanted to sell that it was like a draw.
Nice.
So we're doing the whole deal. And yeah, he puts on the calf crusher, and then here comes Janela and
Janela and Gango,
I
and
think
then-
that's extra why they booed because they were like, oh, so
I
close.
just think,
Yeah.
yeah, exactly, because they booed.
But I don't really
because-
think the WWE is keeping the hog result in their decision making.
Definitely not.
I still think it's going to end with a DQ though. If they're going to fuck
Probably.
with
But
anyone,
who goes
it'll be
over-
the OC.
Yeah, that would be
Probably,
honestly
yeah.
a DQ finish. I would.
And whose favor
Hate.
for the DQ? You think Ricochet
A-
wins by
AJ
DQ?
Ricochet,
Yeah,
regardless.
you know
AJ
that
keeps
sounds
about Ricochet
likely
losing.
Because
too,
that's where
yeah.
I was headed. I think Ricochet wins via DQ.
Yeah, you know
Yeah,
what?
I think he
That's-
sets up for 6:30.
that
They
makes
shove
sense.
him off the rope. Ting, ting,
Something
ting.
like
The
that,
big
yeah.
group beat
And then
down.
we
Blah
boo
blah blah.
AJ, 'cause that's what they want.
Yeah, I mean,
Wait,
I
is
think I
that
think
who
AJ's
you're
keeping
picking?
the title.
Ricochet for the DQ in, or you're picking AJ?
Can I say AJ leaves the belt? Because I don't know if the. You know what? I'll pick Ricochet. I'll pick Ricochet by
But
DQ.
you do see AJ leaving with
With the belt.
Yeah,
That
Yeah,
was
AJ's
not
gonna
talking
leave with
about.
the
That was
belt.
also
Yeah,
my
but
point.
I think he can't.
I
leave
think
the
that's
club
a
out of it,
decision.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I think this leads to more shit.
Right.
I don't really believe for a second. As a matter of fact, I actually see something happening with the OC around Survivor Series. I don't know if that includes the championship. I don't know. Whatever.
We'll see.
You know what? This is what now that I'm thinking about it and looking at this card. This is the one match where I don't really care about the outcome. I'm really looking forward to the match.
Yeah,
I
just look at the
I
match.
want to
It's
see.
It's all
these
about
guys.
the journey, man.
Yeah, word. I just want to see them fucking fight each other, as opposed to this next match where I don't want to see them touch at all. Goldberg and Dolph Ziggler
my
are on
God.
the
So I
card.
actually have. I actually have a
story.
good idea.
Can
I think
I?
I don't know if they're gonna run it. I don't know
Okay,
what their
give me
plan
your
is.
good idea. What's this great idea?
But I
It
really
better be
do-
damn good because
better
there's
be.
I really
Goldberg.
do
Because
think-
what is happening?
I mean, I really do think that Ziggler has to win this really definitively. Because
We know that he
so no,
has
so this-
to.
So I think a part of this is my
In front of you,
my
in front of
reading-
you.
Part of this is my reading of WWE's kind of plan and with Fox going forward. I think Ziggler is a huge untapped star for them as far as the mainstream goes.
Ziggler's a huge
Yes.
untapped star.
For one, he hasn't
Cannot
My eyes
co-sign
can't
that.
be-
Yeah.
Yo,
Bigger than
no.
they are right now.
No,
Yeah,
so
it's
he's.
a little
You're
weird-
giving Ziggler
weird-
What were we just
way
talking
too
about? We
much
were just
credit
talking
right
about
now.
that mainstream connectivity stuff. Like he's dated Amy Schumer. He does stand-up comedy.
No
He's been-
one knows or cares about that.
Yeah, you're gonna talk about stand-up comedians feel about Dolph.
Dude, I don't. But that doesn't matter. How stand-up-
Yeah,
it doesn't
that's
matter
the
how
wrong
wrestlers
audience
or
for that,
stand-up
buddy.
comedians care about it. It cares about what fans care. And I
I don't think fans know that he was dating Amy Schumer.
No, but regardless. But
Yeah.
I'm just saying he's got mainstream potential, and also he's a collegiate wrestler. They want to really focus on the sports aspect as they're moving on to Fox. I think Goldberg starts with a spear. Dolph Ziggler catches him with a famouser, hits the elbow, punches, poses and yells, "Yeah!" And then
As
turns up
only
the-
Goldberg can do, baby.
No, so Goldberg goes to the
Oh,
spear,
Ziggler does
gets
it,
countered.
yeah.
Yeah, gets countered into the famouser off the spear. Heart stopper elbow, punches to the face, mounted, gets up, poses, goes for the super kick, dodges. Goldberg dodges the
This nigga's
super
going
kick,
spot
hits
for
the
spot.
spear. Yeah, no, because it's gonna be a short fucking match.
Yeah,
Hits the
no,
spear,
that we
yeah.
all can agree
Goes
on.
up,
Yeah.
Yeah.
goes up for the jackhammer. Ziggler floats over, zigzag, tunes up the band. 1, 2, 3.
You
Ziggler
think
wins.
he
Less than
counters the
2 minutes.
jackhammer into a zigzag?
I do. I really think. Dolph Ziggler's
You
gonna win
are
this one.
huge on Dolph Ziggler right now.
I don't see what world does it make sense to go over win this match. It doesn't make any
No,
sense.
yeah.
Ziggler is if anything in kayfabe, the most conditioned, the deep waters guy. It makes no sense for him to lose this fast to Goldberg. He's smart enough to dodge the early onslaught.
You
Things that,
you
like,
must be
should
new to
considering.
Goldberg, my friend.
No, I agree. But
Goldberg
like,
doesn't sign
is
contracts
55
to
years old. His last
lose
match
to
was
Dolph
absolute
Ziggler.
garbage.
Okay.
Absolute garbage.
Why is Goldberg on this card? Why? Doesn't matter who he's wrestling.
It's weird
I think
nostalgia
doesn't
I'm
shit.
telling you. The
It's
weird
the
nostalgia
it's
factor, but to
it
get
is
Ziggler
it's weird
over.
nostalgia shit,
And
they're not
that's the only
listening.
reason he's ever booked, and that's why in every situation this guy squashed
Yeah.
Brock Lesnar in 90 seconds.
And then he
He's
got his
not
ass handed to
losing
him.
You know,
Dolph
it was funny.
Ziggler.
Is I watch.
He squashed
He
for 90
should.
seconds, and then he got his ass handed to him. But that's what I'm saying,
Yeah,
because
eventually.
But I don't
Then
think
that- there's the- you think there's
Ziggler's
gonna be
not gonna
more
get
Goldberg
caught.
Ziggler down the
months
line?
No,
later.
but Ziggler's not going to. That's what I'm saying. There will not be more of this.
Good.
Ziggler will not get. Where would they go with Goldberg? What would be the point? Ziggler
Nowhere.
will
That's
not
like the
get
last time when
he
more
said
than
he's at
90
home.
seconds.
Yeah.
They didn't care then. I don't think they care
this
now.
Might be, you know what I mean? Whether you don't talk politics, this might be pseudo punishment for really fucking up in Saudi Arabia.
Wait, how did he fuck up in Saudi Arabia? The fact that he went to Saudi Arabia
Having
was
the
a plus.
entire show.
No, I know,
Because
but his match
Kevin
was-
Owens got punished for Saudi Arabia.
his shit was awful with Taker.
Okay, so it
Really
was.
bad.
Oh, you mean Goldberg?
Goldberg's was awful.
Wait, wait,
Goldberg's
wait,
last
Oh
wait,
yeah,
match-
wait,
I heard
wait,
people
wait,
telling
wait,
me that
wait,
it was like winded and
Wait,
shit.
I
like,
just tell me I didn't just hear that. Okay, so you think they're going to punish
Not
Goldberg?
punished, but I think they're going to use him to elevate someone else instead of just booking him
Elevate
like-
whom?
do you
Who would he put over
He's going to put over Ziggler
at a later date?
right now.
No.
This Sunday.
No,
He's
but you
going to
said
lose.
This
they're building.
Sunday at
You said
SummerSlam.
You
You
said they're
listening?
building. So who are they building to get somebody else over? Ziggler?
Ziggler, yeah, they're using Goldberg too. And then if they're going to do, maybe they'll do, I don't
How
know,
many-
they'll do Ziggler Michaels. I don't know, they're building that too, weirdly.
I'll
Out
take
of
that
curiosity, because this is interesting. I like the fact that we're on different sides of this because
Yeah.
I'm trying to understand it because who's gonna beat Ziggler and then become a huge star?
Nobody.
Because it has. Yes,
I
exactly.
agree. I agree.
Nobody.
But again,
So what's
but-
the point of beating Ziggler over
because
Goldberg?
because you can build him as a strong heel
Goldberg's
for the Fox
50 years
network.
old. They're making more money off of Goldberg than Ziggler, and Ziggler's been here for fucking 2 decades.
But unless they're going to use,
been me.
yeah,
that shouldn't have been.
at the time, it should have been him.
one point it was.
The
At
one
one
point,
point it should
the
have been
one,
him,
the
with
one
Vicky.
part they keep leaving out of that story is that it was him until he got kicked in the head.
Yeah.
Yep.
If it wasn't
Which
for
Goldberg
a
might do, as we know,
which
historically
Goldberg
speaking.
will do. No,
Don't hurt me.
I understand where Ziggler's character is coming from because there is some frustration there because there was two occasions they pulled the trigger on him, and each time it ended badly, and the ending badly was kind of out of his control. It wasn't
Yeah.
really anything he did that kind of ruined it. It was the concussion and then politics and yada yada yada. It just
What was the
even
second time? Sorry.
I mean-
didn't mean to
actually now
Again.
that I think about it, there's 3.
What was the third
Again,
time?
I do really think that this match, whether Ziggler wins or not, whether my fantasy booking takes place or not,
Hold on 1 second. I'm going to answer his question.
bad.
Edge, right before Edge's retirement, when they did the double turn, it was a tease for they did the Jericho with him, where they like put the belt on him for a second, and just to kind of see how the audience would react, and it was crickets. So they
Right.
said, okay, done. That's 1, really out of his control.
That's right.
2, the kick in the head, and the
Right.
third one was actually when they pulled the trigger on him beating Cena. The ladder match, it was supposed to be like the whole deal
that's
where,
right.
and then. So he's had, and then now that I think about it, 4, because he had the big build up in the win over the Miz for the Intercontinental title, where they stole the show with that
was-
one,
yeah.
and so I just gave you 4 off the
Yeah.
top of my head. If I did research, I'd probably come up with more. And he wants that guy to beat Goldberg.
I
The
do.
biggest one was the concussion.
Listen. I'm not going to disagree with the
But
fact
even
that
if
he
doesn't,
shouldn't.
even if he doesn't, they got
He ain't.
Like I said, I
He
do
should.
think this they're bringing
For the
in
same
Goldberg-
reason that Charlotte should beat Trish on this show is the same reason Ziggler should
You're
beat
right.
Goldberg.
Yeah.
But Trish will do business. Goldberg did not sign on to lose the fucking Trish had. He just lost to Taker at
Yeah.
Saudi Arabia.
I think-
whether it was a shitty match or not, he still did the job.
I think this match will have. Again, I'm thinking about this from like an outside perspective, as far as both these guys are viable commodities for that Fox Sports 1 audience. They're the type of action and athlete that they will want to focus on
Right.
going forward. So if this leads to, again, hoping against hope, fucking Goldberg versus Matt Riddle, and we get to see Goldberg get his ass beat for real, I would love that shit. Because that would be fucking brilliant.
That'd be so silly.
But again, we're talking about like where does this go? Like is Ziggler just not on TV?
I don't
after
think
this
it goes
match?
anywhere
What
for
I'm saying is
either
Ziggler
of
just
these
not on
people.
TV after this match. Like, is just
No.
what would be? how could he
I-
possibly show his face?
I
Like, what
don't.
would be-
How would he? The same way he shows his face every time he loses a
If he
fucking
loses
big
in
time
30
match.
seconds though, I don't.
He's made a career out of losing these matches. As a
but
matter
not
of
in
fact,
the way that Goldberg would have to make him lose though. Like that's.
oh no, this is going to be a squash.
But that's crazy.
Going to be a squash. There's
just-
It makes no fucking sense.
there's
The dude was
how does it
relevant.
not make
The whole
sense?
thing
It's
made his
Goldberg's whole
last relevant
career.
20
Yeah.
years.
That is his career.
Goldberg's whole career is squashes. How does a squash not make sense?
But that's what I'm saying. You flip. That's because he's gonna go. Like I said, he rushes the bell like he did with Lesnar.
I would
goes
see
for the spear
Ziggler-
and
yeah.
then he counters, and then Ziggler takes it home. And that's what I'm saying. Like it's the same idea as when Lesnar beat him. It's just like you're gonna try to do that thing. I'm gonna not allow you, and then we're gonna go into more than a minute.
so
and
he
you
beats him
can't work.
he beats him by outsmarting him. He
Yeah.
counters him.
He counters the spear into a
So
famouser.
Goldberg took Taker to the limit, Lesnar to the limit,
limit
loses
limit.
to Ziggler. Yes, limit.
I don't.
The match was not good, but they fought for several fucking minutes.
Several minutes, yeah, but
You just explained to me that Ziggler's beating him in 2, maybe?
maybe
Not happening.
This
I
time-
agree with the fact that
it's gonna
Ziggler
be sub 5 regardless.
should win. He ain't winning. Ace.
Yeah.
The only thing
I-
that this conversation has done is change my mind on Bray Wyatt and Finn Balor being squashed. They're not going to have 2 squashes.
Well, that's
That's
Dolph
true.
Ziggler's getting squashed.
Yeah,
all
yeah.
right?
I
happening.
wouldn't put it past him to have 2 squashes
squashes?
because just of the situation. Goldberg is automatic squash.
Yeah.
Either way, whether it would be
Oh,
good.
yeah.
Because like Zach just explained, if they did have Ziggler win, it ain't going to be a 15-minute match.
Nah.
Either
Yeah.
way this runs.
Either way, it's going to be like a 5-minute
It's
match.
gonna fucking
Yeah.
don't blink because this
Don't
one's gonna
blink.
be quick. The Finn Balor one, like we explained before, it was like, I
And by
think
the
it'll
way,
go
if-
long, but you think it'll squash. Either way, the point is to get that character as monstrous as possible. So although they may have similar durations, they're for 2 complete different reasons, and I'm sure they'll be spaced way far fucking apart from fucking each other. One of those matches is hour 1, and one of those matches is hour 3.
4.
Maybe
I do,
even 4.
uh,
Right? Yeah.
I do think regardless, and obviously you guys all disagree with me that Ziggler has even a chance of winning. But
Yeah, zero chance.
regardless,
We're gonna all look like fools if Ziggler
there's
fucking
a
wins this
100% chance of a 100% chance of a jackhammer.
Absolutely.
100%
Oh,
chance of a
yeah.
jackhammer. Whether it's after the match or it's in the
So
match.
are you
to
saying
win.
in your scenario he kicks out of that jackhammer?
No.
Oh,
No.
because-
It would be after.
Because then he
Oh,
wins
after.
Because if he
No,
does
after.
that at SummerSlam, he wins the WWE Championship on Raw the next fucking night.
No, I'm saying no. He would, he super kicks him,
First
and then
ballot Hall of
he's
Famer.
celebrating or whatever, and Goldberg pops back up, spears him, and jackhammer would send the home.
Because if
guys-
he kicks
send
out
the
of
guys home
Jackhammer,
happy.
that'll be his Jericho's "I beat Stone Cold and The Rock in the same night.
I kicked out of the
Yeah.
jackhammer.
So you know,
No, he
kid,
wouldn't kick out of that. It would be after the
when
match.
I was coming up in the
Or,
ranks,
obviously as the finish, I guess.
I kicked out of the Jackhammer. I don't know if you know.
I don't
that.
remember how many you guys did, but
Didn't you also win the Money and Make the World title? Yeah.
Yeah.
But still,
but regardless,
I kicked out of Big Show didn't kick out of the Jackhammer. I kicked out of the Jackhammer. I did that. Yeah. So
not
do we
kicking out
have?
of the jackhammer, left laying for sure.
So
if
I'm
he
not
wins,
even going to
but-
ask at this point because it seems pretty clear.
seems
He's
pretty clear
Ziggler,
that it's a
and
1 to
the-
3 over
And
there.
the what's the rust are not, or are you?
Yeah, no, although one anecdote I wanted to share, I mostly watch wrestling at a pizza party in Bushwick because they like pull down a big screen. It's same. It's weirdly, it's a lot of women that show up. I don't know what alternate universe I fell into where 5 other random chicks with a lot of eyeliner show
Don't
up
give
at
a
this
location
bar.
because all these nerds will start showing up. And
Hey, I'm sure pizza party will
girls
like that
there.
shit.
Yo, no, I need that. I keep getting it because there's such a small amount of us there that I keep being afraid that they're going to stop doing it. But it was like originally they were just showing Raw, and then they found out that the same 5 people would show up if they also started showing SmackDown, and now we're leaning on them for AEW later. But
Lord have mercy, we haven't. I haven't
Oh,
even
God.
begun to divulge into that shit yet. Go ahead.
I hope so. But anyway, my friend Sarah, which is again, she's like parallel universe me. Like we were both watching wrestling at this bar for a year before learning each other's names. We were just like sitting across the way, like kind of like it's there could be only one. Like,
Are you coming here to watch wrestling?
I'm sorry, yeah. But she was when they were, building up to announcing the Goldberg thing. She was just sitting there like clutching whiskey, going, "It's gonna be Goldberg. I know they started shit this whole time. It's gonna be fucking Goldberg. Play Goldberg
shit.
music." And then they put
This
it
is
on,
bullshit.
and then she just jumps. She's like wrecked. She jumps up. I told you. I fucking told you. As soon as their music, and then there's
So
other
angry.
people.
Like she held it against you. I thought you fucking asshole.
No,
I
she's just
fucking
like
told
yelling.
you.
No,
caused
she's just
this
yelling
Goldberg
it.
nonsense.
Yeah,
You did
exactly.
this shit.
No, but she's like scream. But the best is that it's like 10 of us that show up to watch wrestling at most. But then there's like a lot of other random people there that don't know what the hell's going on. And then there's like basketball on another screen. And she's like, Goldberg, what the fuck? It's like,
Everyone's like, Goldberg, what?
yeah, what
Nostalgia
are you
pop.
talking about?
I think it's very
Yeah.
underappreciated what happened just before the Goldberg thing, where it's
Yeah.
like when they signed the contract, it's like, you're not facing me, you're
Yeah,
facing
you're
someone
not
else. And then
facing
Sean did that
me.
little look up,
Oh, yeah.
and they were like,
It's not me.
can they really shit the bed twice? And they went, it's not me. And they went, oh, thank God. And then
Yeah.
Goldberg's music is like, they can shit the bed twice. I knew they were determined to fuck this guy over. Plus, storyline wise, when you really think about it, how fucking stupid is The Miz?
Yeah.
Like, how stupid does it make you look that, like, you have this potential big money matchup, and you're giving it up to fucking Goldberg.
Yeah.
Well, he's on Ms. and Mrs.
For what?
He's got that. He's got
Goldberg
that.
is
Oh
on
no, I
Mrs.
thought you were talking about.
Yeah,
the
and then they
No,
really
I'm just-
it really overblows the nostalgia thing when they're like, and this guy doesn't have too many more chances on that line. I just
I'm
went,
gonna have several SummerSlams. I'm like, how? How do you? Are you completely? Hold on. I was watching him speak, and I was like, awfully confident for a guy who's been here for fucking 14 years.
Yeah.
Are we just gonna forget that he's been here for like literally over almost 2 decades?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He got here young.
Yep.
So he still looks good, but he's like, I'm gonna have many more SummerSlams. Like,
Are you though?
are you though?
No,
Right,
no,
exactly.
I
Because
believe it.
on the moments list, let's be honest here,
I know.
okay? Because he's hot right now, The Miz. I mean,
Yeah.
he's had a hell of. I think the last 2 or 3 years right now, he's been really like ever since the Daniel Bryan promo, he's kind of
Yep.
been on a run here. But I'm like, you haven't exactly been like setting the world on fire for your whole career. It's like you. Sure, you want to give it to the one guy that's kind of persona non grata right now because he, the only thing hotter than Saudi Arabia was the shit they laid in that ring at the end of that fucking show.
It was bad.
Yeah, I love the promos after the Saudi Arabia match. It's like, yeah, we had a good match. It's so hot. Because I think the temperature had it was like 90 something, but it was like the feel was like 103 in
It was
there.
hot. Yeah.
And you haven't had a chance to have a full-on wrestling match outdoors in the heat before. I'm going to tell you right now, if you think training is tough and finding air to breathe, try doing it when there's no air.
Oh yeah.
It is very
No, I
difficult.
mean, I've done like martial arts training outdoor before.
Okay,
but it's
so
a
then
different
you have
thing. Yeah.
no,
but
no, no, no.
still
It's not. Listen, it's not actually that different. The only difference I would assume between the two is the continuality of the action, where it's just like. It's just constant, because the more wrestling you do, the more breathing has to take place, and it's like
For
a
sure,
weighted
and also
deal.
just the physical involvement of the ropes in the environment at all.
Yeah.
Like there's just like
Yeah.
it's the infrastructure and also the audience component's a big thing. Actually, I make way more parallels to Rocky Horror than anything else. I did Rocky Horror for 13 years, and I'm just like, oh, okay, I know how to deal with the audience acting like this. Like
speaking
I'm so
of which, you just reminded me of something.
Yeah.
How are you dealing with rope bites so far?
that's fine, whatever.
All right, there you go.
Yeah,
That's
I
what I
don't-
like to hear.
I
Well, it's
am-
not bad. I'm trying to have her hit the ropes like Rey Mysterio's.
Oh, you're doing the whole lay down
I'm
thing?
hoping.
Yeah.
Nice.
She's getting okay.
I don't. I have a kind of an insane. Pain
Well, how tall
tolerance
are you?
In general, I am 5'2".
5'2". All right,
Yeah.
my wife's height. I remember
Yeah.
the first time my wife hit the ropes, and she was like the rope was like at her neck. I was like, all
Yeah,
right,
no.
so yeah, the lay down. And it was like, boy, God, you just fly off. You're doing okay.
And she
I
gave you a
believe
stun. That was it.
Well, we just sat here and talked about Oldberg and Ziggler going back and forth. That was that actually went in the direction I wasn't expecting.
Told
But
you, man, hill to die on. It's what I'd do if I was a writer.
hey, I'm not gonna. I am not gonna argue with you.
Would
any
you not? Would you
longer.
not disagree? Would you at least agree that that would be a way better match than what we're
I
probably going to
already
get?
agreed to the idea that Ziggler should win this match. I
mean, that's
just
true too. But.
don't think that he will. I just for the nostalgia thing. I'm done with the nostalgia. I don't.
Yeah.
What there
I'm
are
hoping
no
they are.
rubs
I'm
left
hoping
in
they
that.
are too, and I'm hoping this
There
might be
are
the nail
no-
in the
there
coffin.
are
for that.
Especially
no
because
rubs
there's
in
so
that
many
anymore.
other people they're leaving out. There's so many. People
I
that
said
should
it on
be
I said it
out
on
there,
100, and for the people that are didn't get a chance to hear 100, I'll repeat this a little bit of it here. Nostalgia only works when there's separation.
Agreed.
The people they keep shoveling into our faces for these reunions are people that we grew up with, but have seen return 1,000 times. If you are shoveling quote unquote legends out onto your television show, and all I can see while watching the television show as the legend strolls out is people trying to describe who this person is to the person next to them during the course of your show,
Oh yeah.
there's no
that's-
point in bringing them out.
That's
I mean, I
a
got a
problem
huge
that
pop
I
for
have,
Joe,
yeah.
Yeah.
for Pat
When-
Patterson.
when
winning the
I was a
24/7
kid,
championship.
Sergeant Slaughter was a legend. I went to In Your House DX in Springfield, December of '97. They had a boot camp match with Triple H and Sergeant Slaughter. Yeah, they had a boot camp match, and he was the old legend in 1997. Okay,
Just for reference, I was 7 years old.
yeah, I 97. I was 14. So when he came out on Raw, it's like a child shouldn't be seeing you on TV. Because this is just too long.
He's still not in the GI.
And it's like when you have a veteran that can quote unquote still go, maybe
Right.
he ain't that.
No, he's not.
Definitely
We've
not.
proven that a few times now. Not just him, but Trish as well. I'm not going to bash Trish. She's in great shape.
Yeah.
She had a great match. The tag match at Evolution was dope. The 8-man
Yeah.
the night after was dope. I'm not saying she's bad. But remember what the Evolution match was before the tag match. It was supposed to be Trish and Alexa one-on-one. That match I was for because Alexa, in my opinion, is on par with that diva shit from before. Trish and Alexa fit.
Oh,
They're
absolutely.
That makes sense, yeah.
entertainers. They're limited as far as in the ring, so you know what they're going to do is whatever they do is smart. It'll just be whatever fits the two
It
of
would
them.
also be kind of funny to see Alexa stiffer
Just
with those
facial-
double knees.
yeah,
I'm just saying.
facial-
I just
Yeah.
think those stiffer with the
And
double
also,
knees.
just like
hey, remember
facial
where we're at.
wise, and just to tell the story of the whole deal. And they already had a built-in story because Alexa and Trish, Alexa grew up watching Trish. They had like an autograph history, a lot like AJ Lee did with Lita and all that stuff. It was built in. Charlotte's a fucking wrestler.
Yep.
And she's getting in the ring with a fucking diva.
Yeah.
And when this is a little bit like when Ronda did Nikki Bella at Evolution. Because it's like, because I'm sitting in the audience, you're sitting
What
in
a
the audience.
match.
Yeah, exactly.
And I was like, why?
Yeah.
Yep.
That was weird.
'Cause
And it
I'm
was
like-
also that's why the thing that Becky Lynch did on Twitter when she had the Ronda Rousey followed you and then she tried. As
Yeah,
a
she
response.
tried,
That
yeah.
was so funny. Like
Hilarious.
because it was such a just
When
nothing.
you watch
you
the-
couldn't possibly end with it.
Yeah.
That after that
In-
last woman standing match, like I dream about that.
In
That
the
sh-
building. In the building.
Yeah.
Because I hadn't been to a WWE show in forever. I bought a ticket as soon as it was available because I wanted to be a part of history.
Yeah,
And
same.
as the show happened, I don't know how you felt about it, but like every match just built better and better.
Yeah.
Like I was like getting more hyped and more hyped, and then Charlotte and Becky fucking tore the whole house down.
Yeah.
And then I got to Ronda and Nikki, and I've never wanted to take a shit so bad in my life. I was
Yeah.
like, please, bowel movement, come so I can go to the bathroom.
Yeah, it was
And
just
it
so
was
but
so hard.
But it's especially because they really just. I mean, honestly, anybody would have had trouble following that because that
Yeah.
shit was crazy.
Io Shirai
They,
and
like,
Tony
they-
Storm,
yeah.
and I was just like, they were just killing it. And I was like, ugh.
Yeah, no, I mean, honestly, anybody would have had trouble following that because they threw 20 chairs into the like. There's just so many. There was just so many things
many
where I'm like, I
things
can't
happened.
believe this is like. And then also like my boyfriend came with me. He's not even into wrestling unless it's women's wrestling because whatever. But
I'm glad we had another opportunity to shit on Trish Stratus.
yeah.
So,
Bringing it back.
so now that
Well,
I'm
yeah.
now that I'm all done with the nostalgia between Goldberg and Trish Stratus,
Mm-hmm.
two people who refuse to leave. Our next match, if this guy loses, he's gone. Kevin Owens and Shane McMahon.
Yeah.
If Owens
excited.
loses this match, he will have to quit the WWE. We all know enough, even you with your new time here in the wrestling
Yeah,
game.
well, I've been following this because I love a good beef that you're not sure if it's real or not.
I
mean,
love, yeah, I
Yeah.
love. I actually,
I
I
love
actually
that
do
kind of
believe.
shit.
I actually because I've had a chance to work with Kevin. You've had a chance to work with
He was
Kevin
on my
a few
very,
times.
very first show at
Yeah.
ever wrestled. Which is kinda crazy.
I've had a chance to work with Kevin. I've never had a chance to meet Shane.
I met
but-
Shane once.
Have you?
I
Okay.
did magic for his kids when I was 16 years old at a Walden Books. I grew up
Weird.
in Greenwich,
Yeah.
Connecticut.
That
You're
is-
a
Pulled up in his-
magician?
Pulled up with his Land Rover.
That
I
is
usually don't
random
like
as
magicians.
fuck.
Pulled up
Wow.
in his Land Rover.
This was a bigger get than I thought.
Yeah.
Yeah,
If we were
him, his
doing
wife, his two
political humor right now, I'd be like, well, I was at Bernie Sanders' house the other day.
I did work on his campaign. I worked on Bernie's campaign, but
See, there you go.
Um,
See, we can make it happen.
canvassed in New Hampshire.
Man.
I love the fact that the audience can hear the chingle changle of the keys
Yeah,
as
the
I
keys
open
popping
my
beers,
fucking-
brother.
This is like my sixth
For the
one.
working man.
Hell
But yeah, Shane
my
was
week
super
has been
cool.
horrible.
He
I'm having fun. Thank you guys.
he went to high school. He was a year ahead of my sister, actually,
Okay.
at Greenwich High. And so yeah, we
Greenwich
had
High. Woo!
Greenwich High School. Yeah.
Oh my god.
Trust Fund Central. Go ahead.
Yeah, right. So I did not go
Those
to Greenwich
people,
High.
the toilet papers at that high school are made of money.
But yeah, he was super cool. Very nice. Talked about wrestling a little bit. Talked about just like
A little bit, right? He's not really like a big wrestling dude. It's so
I mean,
funny.
it's a shame. I mean, he wasn't into MMA back then, but I wish.
Oh yeah, I have.
I wish
he
I
was
had known.
hard,
He trains
hard
in the
body
city.
karate, baby.
I have a couple friends that from the gym I go to in Astoria that have trained with him a couple times at the Gracie gym in the city. But he's really changed his fucking look. He looks like he's $1 million bucks. Like he's jacked.
He's in great shape.
Yeah, he's in
Absolutely.
great shape. I wish he threw his punches better, but
Yeah, well, that's not going to change now.
it's never
yeah.
gonna change. But like, it just every time I'm just like, why am I watching an indie wrestler throw punches?
His punches are
from
like
Shane
when you
McMahon's
have
body?
like a broken bone and you don't go to the hospital so it heals all deformed. That's his punches. His punches started shitty and will remain shitty for the rest of his career. Because who's going to tell the boss his punches are shitty?
Yeah.
How was that match? Oh, no, it was great. My punches look good? Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, sure. I mean, you got him, right? The crowd was behind you, so,
right.
punches be damned.
I mean, they're just a segue to get to the fucking
I was
jumping
all
from the ropes on dumb
I was
shit.
all about this storyline up until last week when they. This is the problem with Kevin because apparently Kevin's not writing his own promos anymore. I mean, the writers are not writing Kevin's promos anymore.
Right.
Kevin's coming up with his own promos now. They just get approved or whatever the case may be. But he's writing his own promos. The idea of bringing up the fact that Shane's career is not on the line and then ending it with it still not being up was
Yeah.
it was the stupidest thing
Well,
ever.
I
of all
think
time.
to
He
that
should have
point,
just left it.
I really think they should have brought it up and then said, all right, fine, but if I beat you, I'm the best in the world. And you can't call yourself
Yeah.
the best in the world anymore.
Oh,
that would have
be
been a
dope.
great stipulation for Shane's side. Because it doesn't matter. It doesn't fucking matter.
Here's where I disagree because if he's committing to this whole Uber babyface deal, right? He's the big babyface now. He's like the top. I'm going to be the top babyface. I'm blah, 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 blah. Like,
seems
he's the new Stone Cold, just extra 100 pounds, right? He's the new Stone Cold. One of the things I like about the way he's turning his character around is his version of babyface right now is a lot like Stone Cold in the sense of he doesn't give a shit how people perceive him or think of him. He's just going to do his own thing, and it usually tends to be the right thing. Stone Cold was never really a babyface. He just happened by accident to do the right thing at the right time. Saving Stephanie from the cross or stopping a beat, whatever the case may be.
Right.
But then stun the good guy anyway and get cheered for it. So that's what Kevin's trying to do here. My problem with the pointing out that Shane's career is also not on the line is it makes me feel like you want this to be even. Well, if I'm going to put my career
Great
on the
point,
line,
yeah.
you should put your career on the line. Whereas in a babyface's situation that he's currently in, because his current storyline is Shane's ganging up on me, Drew McIntyre's getting up on me, all the odds are against
Yeah,
me.
Hannah, Drew
So
McIntyre.
in full Stone Cold mode,
Little dopamine
fuck
spike
everybody.
every
I'm gonna go against the odds regardless. It doesn't seem to me like it's like he's half
Didn't need to be fair.
he's half pregnant. He's full babyface, but still a little bit of that heel where it's like, well, I want things, let's make things fair on the up and up. A true babyface is, I don't give a fuck what the odds are. I'm going to beat you at SummerSlam. I don't need your career on the line because I'm going to beat you so fucking bad, you won't want to come back. You're going to retire
You're
on
never
your
gonna
own
come back.
choices.
Lost.
Right, yeah. You're going to wish you fucking lost and put your career on the line and save yourself. He was just like, well, everyone's been telling me why isn't your career on the line, so I'm going to come out here now and ask you, hey, why don't you put your career on the line? Why the fuck would I?
Yeah.
Why the fuck would I?
It also
you big
doesn't make any
dumbass?
sense.
Yeah.
Like, can't he not? If he's a McMahon, can
Well, that's
he
also
not
he-
put his career on
Which
line in
was
the
a
first place? Yeah,
which is
like
great point because
Yeah.
Shane's rebuttal was I'm not the one who issued the fucking challenge.
yeah.
Because when Kevin said it, why don't you put your career on the line? My thought was, why the fuck would I do that?
Yeah.
You issued the challenge. I didn't
Yeah.
back you into a corner to put your career on the line.
Yeah.
You were sitting in your
Exactly.
fucking car.
And even
you
if he
turned your
said that,
ratio
he could
around
totally
and front
just-
flipped it and was just like, hey, I'm on my way to fucking Pathmark right now. Before I go, why don't you put your career? I'm going to put my career on the line.
Because I don't
And
think
he
I
could
do.
even say like, "Oh yeah, I'm putting my career on the line," and then he could just lose and be like, "Dad," like
Well, what do you
It's
do?
No.
you
just-
think?
it doesn't-
Why wasn't the initial challenge, I'm willing to put my career on? This has to
Yeah.
end, right? This has to end. This little beef between us has been going on for over a year. The Hell in a Cell match, everything that's been going on between us, this shit has to stop. So I'm willing to make the first shot. You and me, SummerSlam, career versus career.
Yeah.
I'll put my career on the line. If you put yours on the line, we'll settle this. That would have been great.
Well,
But you took the extra mile to be the babyface to say, I'm so confident that I can beat you that I'm willing to put my career on the line. So if you're that confident, why the fuck do you need his career on the line? The point is to put the odds against you so that you can rise as the Phoenix, as the big babyface. Coming out of here and just bitching about the fact that, well, my buddies on Facebook told me that you should put your career on the line. So how about it, Shane? No, go fuck yourself.
Yeah.
And then they jumped him and beat him up, which they should have done because it was a stupid fucking question. You deserve to end up at the bottom of a puzzle piece table.
But again, that was one of those things where I love a reality TV before I'm not sure if it's real or not, because like when Shane was like beating the shit out of him, I was like looking at his face. I'm like, is this real anger? Is he just like really mad? He's really mad that Kevin Owens really just fucking turned the audience against him. Just like, no, you do that. And I just like looking at it, I was like, no, I mean, I don't.
Shane's a great performer.
Fucking believable. Yeah. I mean, yeah, no, he's not bad. But at the same time, the other funny thing about watching this at a bar where there's non-wrestling fans in is that the
Is
same
this the one with the
reaction.
drag queens?
No, this is just
Oh, a
Pizza
different
Party.
bar.
No, this is a different
Nice.
place entirely. I am floating all over the place. But no, this is a
Professional
pizza
bar
party
hopper.
where I am like every
Pizza
week.
party?
Yeah.
Hannah, you're at all the cool places. I
Yeah,
need to
right? But yeah, no, this way
Pizza place with wrestling in it.
it is. It's the best.
Guys.
It's it's
What are we doing?
I've been. It's great.
yeah, it's
You've
great.
been? Oh, nice.
Yeah, no, they pulled the fucking screen down and turned the sound off and everything. Like they actually like let you watch.
WrestleMania 2 style. The screen just comes out. Ooh.
Oh shit.
Fuck yeah.
Oh.
But the funny part about watching
I'll be
that
dropping
in like a
knowledge on
public
my
area
shows,
where there's just like like 8 to 10 of the same people that show up to watch the wrestling, and then just random peoples that every time Shane McMahon comes on the screen, they're like, "Who's this dad?" Like there's
Wow.
people
Well,
in
they're
that
not
like
wrong.
random
They're not
people.
wrong. He's got like 3 kids.
They're not
Yeah,
wrong.
I know they're not, but it's
He's got
like
great
He's a super
fruits.
dad.
It's Grapefruits Jr.
yeah, no,
Records,
it's so funny. Listening, like, it's like non-wrestling fans are there, and then the rest of us just end up like, who's gonna explain it this time? And like, we get to just sometimes.
I'm interested in the finish of this match.
Yeah.
As in who goes over, or the
Yeah.
actual like how do they get to the ending?
No. Who goes over? I really.
Yeah.
Well, Kevin has to go over.
Well, does he though? Because
Does
John
he?
Cena lost the next. John Cena was gone for 2 weeks.
Yeah.
They don't
ain't
give a
John
fuck about
Cena.
that shit.
He ain't
They don't,
John.
but they don't.
Well,
so he's
you know
gone
what's
for
funny?
3 weeks. Who gives? Like they don't care.
You know what's funny? The
Yeah.
only
That's another thing is I'm like,
he
how
just
mad
convinced
are
me
the
of something.
McMahons mad at him?
Finally, it took him all night, but he might have actually convinced me because they've done this exact storyline in Ring of Honor. Kevin Steen lost a match just like the Generico match, the final
I
battle.
was gonna say,
He has to leave and whatever, and he was gone for 4 or 5 months, and then he returned at my show in New York through the audience. He shot a promo on Davey. It was so funny because he goes through a year war with Generico, loses the war where he has to disappear, comes back in 5 months, #1 contender for the world championship. And then wins the title like the very next chance he gets against Davey Richards. So I'm like,
that makes me
food
confused.
for thought, kids.
That makes me confused and honestly a little bit delirious.
Yeah, well, if you don't get that, you're not in the wrestling business. So, for all you fans who think you're on the inside, if you don't get that joke, then you're not in. And speaking of not being figured in, we need to pick Kevin Owens and Shane McMahon. Who's going over here, folks, ladies and gentlemen? Who's going over?
I think I'm gonna go with the basic answer, and I'm gonna say Kevin Owens goes over here.
He's gonna go basic since his Goldberg shit was so
Yeah,
outlandish.
run it back. I need some
So
cool off
Ziggler,
time.
I
Yeah.
should say. He was
The-
like, "This is my just in case my parachute pick, just in case I fall behind."
I don't know. The nihilist in me says Shane McMahon. I really there feels like to be some realism in that anger. I don't know. Maybe
Just
they're
for
just
the
doing
heat
a
of it.
great.
It just-
Maybe
Shane
they're
McMahon
just
hates
doing a great
Canadians.
job.
He just hates all Canadians.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe they're just doing a great
Genetic.
job, but at the same time, I'm just like feel like there has to be somewhere in this where Vince McMahon wants to cling to his final shreds of power.
think this is
Like I
another
just
one-
like.
This is another one where you could see the flip, just because a lot of the matches I feel like are kind of straightforward a bit
Yeah.
on their finishes, and this one you could play a little bit.
Like I
of
said
that.
before, a lot of these are blow-offs. Ace, your
I
opinion
think
here
Shane.
on... You're picking Shane.
Yeah.
Okay.
What
Reasoning behind the
I'm going to say this too. Like, this match, out of all the matches on the card or whatever, this is my least interesting match for me. I'd rather watch
All of
Bayley
Shane's
and-
Oh
matches
my
are my
God.
least interesting.
Okay.
Dude, not a big
I
Shane
love
McMahon
Kevin
fan.
Owens. I love
Oh,
Kevin
am-
Owens, though,
listen,
but Shane,
WWE,
I'm
if
just
you're
like,
listening, don't hire me. I hate Shane McMahon
Uh-huh.
at this point.
He's
I-
being completely 100%
I'm
honest
sorry.
about
Like,
that.
why am
being
I watching
uncensored,
Shane
baby.
McMahon on my TV screen? Wrestling.
Okay.
So
Vince is living
Shane
vicariously
wins,
through
I
him,
don't care.
obviously.
Kevin Owens comes back with a Generico mask. That's it.
Woo!
Oh my God.
I love it.
Oh, completely random, unrelated
Generico
thing. 'Cause I was
mask.
just,
He got fat in Mexico, bro.
It'll be
Helping all
Steen.
the children.
Or he'll come back as Kevin Steen. I don't know.
I'm losing you. What happened here?
Okay.
That's probably what it was. You were getting comfortable. It was too far.
Sorry. All right, let me repeat again. WWE, don't hire me if you don't
Yeah.
like this. Shane McMahon, I'm tired of seeing him, but I think he's going to go over.
Yeah.
Kevin Steen will come back wearing a Generico mask. Done.
Okay.
Lit.
All right. I also select Shane. And I select Shane because I feel if Kevin wants to get over as a babyface, we need him at rock bottom.
Yep.
And this is the best way to get him at rock bottom. Now, I know we're doing the same thing on Raw with Seth, but I think that's temporary. I
Yeah,
think
that-
for the long haul story, to be honest with you, I feel Kevin's a better storyteller than Seth.
Big facts.
Over
agree.
a long period of time, Kevin is a way better storyteller than a lot of these guys. And
Absolutely.
I think this loss here would be huge for the babyface facet of his character because he really doesn't up until because remember we're coming off. I mentioned this on a few episodes ago, but you guys weren't there. So we're coming off of a very confusing time. So he comes back just before Mania from his injury,
Right.
where he's pegged from the gun. I'm going to compete against Daniel Bryan for the WWE Championship at WrestleMania.
Right.
Kofi Mania takes place, so they burn that match at the pay-per-view just before, and then Kofi goes on to WrestleMania, which leaves Kevin kind of in limbo. He makes his situation worse by not going to Saudi Arabia, so he comes back as a baby, turns heel on the New Day to face Kofi. They burn the match early, doesn't go to Saudi Arabia, gets punished for it, goes off TV, comes back as a babyface. We're in a lot of confusing territory here, so I think a loss here is huge because it defines him. Boom, he's a babyface. Just stamps it because now he's down on his luck. He's rock bottom, no job. His wife's about to leave him. She's fucking the mailman. Kids have disowned him. There's a whole deal
Kid
going
still
on.
loves John Cena.
Kill still, yeah. There's a whole,
It's a walking Kids Choice Award. How could
He
they
comes
not?
back off the airplane. Kids wearing the fucking gear and the
Yeah.
whole deal.
Oh,
It's
man.
she cucks him. He can't do nothing. And
To Drew.
I mean, all the way to Drew.
Oh, God.
All kinds of shit. Mike puts an arm over her. I get you, buddy. Like all kinds of shit going on.
Oh, God.
We really tell a full story. with that.
Owens, Mike Bennett, and Drake Maverick. What a stable.
Oof.
Wow.
It would be an actual stable. Like there'd be like little horses and gears and stuff, and Maria would be cracking a whip. It'd be an actual stable of just pussified individuals sitting in there. I really like. My wife gets like when we watch Raw, when she sees the Mike Kanellis, Maria Kanellis thing, she just. I don't think I've ever seen a woman that disgusted about a guy in her entire life. She just, Jesus Christ! Like she just looks at him like, really? And I'm like, they're not really like that. She goes, no, I know, but. Damn. Like, there's something about a pussified man that just makes women just, ugh.
Yeah. It's not
Just-
great. You never want to see it.
Yeah. Listen, makes me look
Especially
great.
when the pussified man's written that poorly. You know? Like,
Yeah. Like, they're,
You know, you
like
gotta
you
at
can
least
tell
make
they're
'em-
overtly making him, like, even
Exactly.
more
No,
pussified.
you got. Yeah, exactly. They just gotta. No,
Can't you just
have
be
to
like
play
a
up the
normal pussy?
positive- Yeah, exactly. Can't you be like a normal
Hey,
sympathetic pussy?
listen, every
and
time
not
she
like
sees
a,
Mike Kanellis on TV, it makes me seem like He-Man in this fucking house. She's like, yeah, there you go. Shake it, Poppy. That's her. That's how she speaks because she's Latin. So, you know who's not Latin? Anyone in this next matchup. We have Becky Lynch, the man, defending the WWE Raw Women's Championship against Natalya. I've saved this one for damn near the end because I'm super hyped for this matchup.
Yeah.
This match
As
is gonna be
opposed,
really, really good.
as
It's gonna
opposed
be
to the
interesting
SmackDown
as
match,
shit,
I
yeah.
am really into this match. And I have a question. So, Becky was the man leading up to WrestleMania. White hot, Twitter war. She's fighting out, guns are blazing, boom, 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 right? She gets to WrestleMania, the main event of WrestleMania, walks out of there, Becky 2 belts.
Yep.
She's
This
talk of
is-
the town. And then just something happened where she just falls asleep.
Well, she had a
I
big
don't- I
program
don't-
with Baron Corbin. That was
I
tough.
don't know
Yeah,
if, oh
that-
my
he
God.
got, that,
Lacey
it got
Evans.
stuck, you
Lacey Evans was
know.
a big program after
Fucking
WrestleMania.
Lacey Evans.
But I'm going to get to that. So we go through this whole low period with Lacey Evans. She barely survives, my God, in heaven. Whew. She barely got through that Baron Corbin situation where they had a woman front bump, and it almost ruined her entire life.
Yeah.
I
Killed
mean,
her.
because Becky could survive a full beatdown from an MMA legend, and we can have women go through steel cages and elimination chambers. But my God, a man hit her. So now, sweet Jesus.
I mean, I'm a
What
referee,
can
and
she
I think I
possibly-
was down for less time after getting burned and hammered
no, she
by
was out.
Dan
No, yeah,
Moss.
she
I
was
feel-
out.
I was literally down for like
she
10
was out
minutes
for the
of a
rest
match.
of the show.
But like, it's just
Like
what they
Seth
did to
got
her, they
destroyed
did
by
her
Brock
dirty
Lesnar, and
there.
the medical team said, "Okay, but that's fine." But she was hit by a man.
Yeah, no, it's sometimes
the end of days.
I feel
No.
like Vince McMahon is just like, okay, but I gotta put my misogyny somewhere. Where
Yeah,
am
it's
I
like,
gonna put
I-
it?
okay, I
don't have
understand,
any.
yeah.
I used to have all these places. Now it's going nowhere. I used
Like,
to
we
be
fired
able to,
Jerry. Are you kidding?
I used to interview. What happened? I was interviewing Stacey as my assistant. Then some years went by. What
Yeah.
happened? What happened?
So can I do the sexist thing
Can I
now?
do this
They're like,
thing?
yes.
Yeah, no, you can do this thing. And then
right.
I got a blonde back. I got a new blonde.
Trish, do you remember?
Yay. I like her. She
Trish,
likes
did you
Trump.
forget how to do a
Yay.
hammerlock?
Actually, for SummerSlam, they used one of the old blondes.
Yeah.
He's refurbishing one of the used ones.
Exactly. Certified pre-owned blonde.
This one here, the storyline here with Natalia has actually been cooking, and I actually give a little bit of credit to Natalia on this. They've completely 180'd her from the weird cat lady to an actual serious grappler.
Yeah.
And the
Machine.
program is working out.
From two weird cat people, we don't hate that.
So
though.
this-
Yeah, exactly.
has-
Not to
this-
say anything against weird cat people,
I'm just
but
saying.
she was
We've-
not supposed to be.
This feud, this current program, illustrates 2 points to me. See if you guys follow me on this. A, this is going to be an unpopular decision. Becky's not as good as we thought. Because, which is B, Lacey's not as ready as they thought.
That one definitely.
Yeah, no.
Now, but
I will
here's,
say, I want to
here's
say,
why
I want to say
disagree
something with Becky.
B.
I want to say
Go
something
ahead.
with Becky. Like, she's incredible on the stick for sure. I think her matches.
I'm not gonna-
No, her
okay.
matches are good. They tell the right story, but I do think, like we were saying with Ricochet earlier, that crispiness, that technique.
If you notice, ever
does
since she got over, she's done less shit in
less,
the ring.
way less,
Way
Because I
less.
think a lot of her stuff
She does almost
come
nothing.
across as a little bit sloppy, and it's not bad.
She's a worker,
But it's
though. Yeah.
it's not in the ring. It's not as crispy as they probably want or she wants. You know, being as where she's at. So I think they've toned down a lot of her stuff, and they've
Yeah.
put her in these positions to kind of protect that and just give her time on the mic or Twitter feuds or whatever, and try to get that again going toward that like mainstream audience, like get away from wrestling fans almost, because like she's definitely over huge with that niche, that the whatever 20% of fans that are hardcore internet marks, whatever, like she's over with them. She doesn't
Right.
need to work to get them. She's got to work to get the other people,
Yeah.
and she has them pretty well. But like, there's other stuff that she's focused on than just matches, which I think is kind of her to run. But
I think she shouldn't have lost the SmackDown Women's title.
big facts.
Yeah, no, that's the same. She should have stayed two
I
belts
think
for a
she
while.
should've been
Yeah,
Becky two belts.
yeah, no, that would have
And
been.
you still have to make her somewhat of an underdog, even though she's beating the shit out of everyone. She
Why she
needed-
lost his SmackDown title.
You know, but you
Yeah.
know what? Guess
I
what?
think she should have started getting disqualified from more stuff. I want to watch her break more things. Like I don't like after that. No, seriously,
Yes.
after that, this is the base new wrestling fan coming out in me. But I'm just like that last woman standing match was like a life changing event to
When
see
she
in
came in with
person
the bloody
as me
nose
as a new
and stuff
wrestling
and just
fan,
went hot.
and that was too. Yeah,
made
I
her.
want to see her fucking
yeah.
smash shit apart and everything. Like I wanted Extreme Rules to have more Birkin furniture. I'm just and I'm also from Philly too, and like my first friend
You
in
bloodthirsty bastards.
we
down
are
there.
no my literal first professional wrestling friend was New Jack. He used to do comedy at my open mic
Oh,
8
yes.
years ago. 8
Yes.
years ago.
I recall being told that crazy fuck.
Yeah.
I
Love
really
'em.
think that every pay-per-view should have been her defending both belts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And her scared. Not scared. Her like, all right, I just beat girl B. I'm waiting for Bailey to cash in. What up?
Yeah.
I'm
Exactly.
waiting for Bailey to cash in. Fuck that bitch.
Let's go.
I said, "Fuck that bitch." She's Irish.
Fuck that. Fuck that bitch.
Fuck her.
Yo, no, the
Who the
best.
fuck is that bitch?
God, no, the best thing ever was on Raw when she said "duck face" with an Irish accent. She's like, "Oh, they make you duck face," and
Duck face.
I was dying. I was a duck face.
I want to go back to your comment about Becky being great on the microphone, which I can't disagree with. She's really, really good. But this is why I think the WrestleMania to SummerSlam in between was because there are different types of promos. There are 3 actually that I can give you categorically. One, a guy or a girl whose best promo is them alone. They're just telling the story. They're in front of the camera. They're better with that.
Right.
They're better with that than the in-ring or whatever the case may be. There's the confrontational promo where it's the in-ring, where it's like everyone's in the ring, you're on the stick, you're going back and forth, blah, 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 blah. And there's the third. And the third, I think, is the one that she is. She's a counter-punch promo. And what I mean by that is that she's witty. That's where a lot of her shit comes from. And as you would probably understand as a comedian who depends a lot on that wit to go back and forth is important. If I spin a line at you that's really good, and you come back at me with either corny or horrible shit, I got nothing to feed off of here.
Yeah.
This is not an interesting conversation. There are some, if you put Ric Flair in there or Steve Austin or whatever, and they are shooting promos against a guy and the guy is garbage, they will dominate the conversation because they need this to be interesting. Becky does not like dominating. She thrives on the back and forth. Let's go back and forth and let's do this.
Which they haven't utilized too much, and kind of maybe even a fourth type of promo. I think Becky is really good in an interview.
Yeah.
Well, I think that falls in line with the
Again, yeah,
first one, where it's
to
just
have-
a person sitting
well, no,
there
but
with
I
a
think
microphone.
having
Oh, you mean
that-
like an
having a
interviewer?
soundboard, having like
Someone
a
to play off
soundboard
of.
asking
Oh.
questions.
Well, yeah, she
kind of
falls-
adding context. I think she's very good.
She's
at
okay
sound
with those,
bites.
but I
She's
think
okay
her
with the sound
strength,
bites.
which we can see on the social media, is just she loves the back and forth.
Oh yeah, she loves
Her
that
bread and
insult
butter
back and
is
forth.
going like counter punching, like the one you gave up earlier. She tried. Great comedy gold,
That's
but it
so
came
funny, yeah.
because of someone else's comment.
Reactionary.
That was
Yeah.
also very good. Ronda's point was perfect. It's just Becky was just better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's what gets Becky over because her counter punch is always better than the other person. But that first jab has to be fucking great. If
Yep.
it's not fucking great, then the counter punch falls flat and then the whole thing just kind of crumbles.
And it's not interesting.
Yeah.
With Natalya, so far with this feud, Natalya hasn't really said anything crazy, but she hasn't been the go-lucky, happy to be here Canadian. She's still, she's looking at people and she's
got an
just
edge.
like, I'm gonna break this fucking bitch in half. And for the first time in a long time, people are looking at her going, oh shit, she just might actually beat
Yeah.
this.
I mean, I'm really happy
Because
that this
people
is a
forget
submission
that
match.
she's legit.
Yeah,
She's
no,
been-
it is really cool
she's a
that the
world-renowned-
submission match makes
yeah.
it feel like, okay, something
The
unpredictable could happen.
stipulation, and
thank
it's
God.
funny
Awesome.
because
Awesome.
Becky has
Yeah.
a submission that's over, and people know it's her primary finish.
But
and yet
Natty-
still, she's the underdog in
Natty
this
is the
matchup,
expert.
which I think is perfect for Becky. I don't like Becky being on top. I like her being that scratchy Conor McGregor type of cocky, like, I'm going to fuck you up. Even when, like, the whole deal with WrestleMania, people were shitting on the idea she was on crutches. Every few weeks she got her ass kicked. But you know what? It helped with the character because she was a tough motherfucker. And she was going to get to WrestleMania regardless of what happened. Now we're flipping it where it's like, well, I'm going to get to SummerSlam and I'm going to beat the shit out of you. If you notice, they've been doing the same thing with the whole, well, I don't know if the knee's 100%. They went right back to that whole, when promos aren't clicking, all of a sudden she's got
go
an
back.
injury. Oh, she's fighting from behind. And only this time, Natalya's like, I don't give a fuck.
Right.
I'm tapping this bitch at SummerSlam, and that's it.
Yep.
Yeah,
And
you
I'm-
looked like you were tapping at something. You
Oh no! I was just gonna say that I really think that this, especially even just like the questioning about whether there was gonna be a stipulation, whether it was gonna be a submission match, whether it was not. I'm really happy that they decided to pull the trigger on that because I think that adds.
I think that was rumor. I never really got
Oh.
the idea that they were heading toward a submission, and then all of a sudden it was just announced. Boom! Oh, we're gonna do. And the way
Well, I
they
think
announced it was perfect.
Wasn't there
I'm
like a challenge? I think Natty
Yeah,
issued
but-
the challenge, and then Becky was like maybe or something, and then it
I
kind
think
of got
she
a
would
little
say
bit more
maybe.
personal.
I
think
don't
Becky would
remember.
have said
Yeah,
Or maybe not. Maybe
because
not.
that
maybe.
doesn't help Becky at all. I was like,
No.
oh,
Maybe
think
it
about
wasn't
it.
not maybe. It was like Natty did it in a backstage promo by herself. I think she was like, let's maybe do a submission match, and then it wasn't like announced that night. It was like announced maybe the next.
It was. I remember.
something like that.
It was like some sort of article, news article, or whatever. It was like this exclusive. I think it was ESPN or something, where they were like, "Oh, the match now will be a
Yeah, so
submission
I think it
match."
was like Natty
And I was
challenged her
like,
off
oh,
screen.
bro.
So I think
awesome.
Natty challenged her off screen, and it wasn't official.
Yeah.
And then they like made it official. There was like a little bit of a will it or won't it.
Considering it's a
And I
heart
think
and
that
a submission match in Canada, that could be a main event.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I think-
Based on all the other matches that they have over there, like one of one of those deals where it's like it should.
do you think
it
they would?
should
Do you
be
think?
one of the
Speaking
most
of, since you brought it up, do you think they would
close
pull
it?
a screw job with Natty beating her?
No, and the reason for that
I mean,
is
I would
because
hate it.
who
I
the
would hate
fuck-
it, but I'd. I mean,
who the fuck in that building even knows what the fuck the screw job? What are you talking
yeah,
about?
you're not wrong.
I mean, unless you saw the Dark Side of the Ring like a few months ago, you don't have
Yeah.
no fucking clue what that is anymore. Here we go. Picks, Becky and Natalia.
Yeah, I gotta go Becky on this one.
He's got to go Becky on this. You're picking who? You're also picking Becky.
I'm picking Becky. Sure.
You're picking Becky. I'm going to Talia, and I'm going to Talia in a straight-up submission. Clean.
Ooh, okay.
Nice.
Clean job. And the only reason for that is because two reasons. Canada,
Yeah,
and I need Becky to take a loss.
I agree. But I think
What's
they
the
won't
point
do it.
of winning every fucking match
She's
ever?
on the cover of 2K20.
You know what?
The
Yeah.
curse.
She's not gonna take those. She's not gonna.
You know what
Yeah,
I would?
that's
You know what
the
I
I just
wouldn't?
think she needs a loss, period. I think.
Do you know what I wouldn't
I'm
hate
running
if
through this now, and I'm thinking about it.
Natty
I
won?
got a lot of baby faces losing this fucking show.
Natty winning would, with her character a little bit, I would love to see a little shift of her talking shit about Ronda. Because I think that would be like a friendly rivalry.
Yeah.
A friendly rivalry that turns into
Ronda Rousey.
a friendly rivalry that turns into Natty like being like healing out over Ronda and being
Nia Jax.
who?
The woman who is not like most girls. That's
Yeah.
who.
Right.
The face breaker.
Nah.
Number one on the list. Number one in your hearts. I am dropping all the bottle caps here. Okay. So we all have our picks for that one. We've got two matches left here. We've got the WWE Universal Championship on the line. Brock Lesnar.
My favorite thing about Brock Lesnar is Paul Heyman.
Yes, I've also often been compared to a pudgy Latino Heyman in my day, so we'll see how this works out at SummerSlam. But Lesnar, once again, our Universal Champion, the single greatest Universal Champion of all time, by default, I guess, going against Seth Rollins. Here's what's interesting about this matchup here at SummerSlam. There's no mystique as far as the challenger.
Right.
Because we're in a situation where Seth is kind of the one who has the upper hand in this situation because he beat him at WrestleMania.
Yeah, but did he
This-
though?
Oh, I was there. He beat
I mean,
the
he
shit
beat
out.
him. Yeah, but like,
He won. I get what you're saying.
are you
Yeah, he
really
never
gonna have
really-
like a underdog Seth Rollins with bruised ribs, fucking hit Lesnar in the nuts 3 times? Like that would be so
Well, if you're
shitty.
asking for
Stay
my
away from
predictions very early, the answer would be no. I wouldn't do that because I think that takes away from what they're trying to do with Seth. He doesn't remain the underdog if he beats him. He's only been an underdog for about 2 or 3 weeks.
I know.
Up until Lesnar returned, he was the man who's fucking the man. That's it. That's all that he really was. And I think
That's some Vince. That's good shit.
That's
That's
such
some good
shit.
shit.
Such good shit. Think about it. The shirt, man and man. It's like 2 men. We could put like a little 2 over the man. Man squared.
It's like an exponent.
It's these people won't expect that. We're gonna pim dance these bitches at SummerSlam.
Oh no! I don't know why I'm thinking about this. What he told Punk? Hey, you wear this shirt? I owe you one.
Oh yeah, I owe you one. The classic Vince. I owe you one, brother. That's a wrestling thing as a whole, though. When you think about it, how many promoters?
I owe
I'll
you
owe you
one.
one, brother.
All right,
Yeah.
well, that just means I'm not getting booked because you're not gonna pay me ever.
Yeah, that means a lot of negative shit. Like I owe you one is like the worst sentence you can hear in pro wrestling. It's like I owe you do this for me. I owe you one, brother. Oh, okay, all right. We'll see how that goes.
Yeah. I was booked on a roast of Vince McMahon, and I made a Saudi Arabia women's title and showed up with it.
There you go.
Like-
He might get that.
Most
That would be
coveted
good shit.
title in WWE.
They had a Saudi Arabia. Whatever happened to Braun Strowman's Saudi Arabia championship? What happened to this?
I don't remember that.
Yeah, it's like short.
Whatever happened to Braun Strowman?
Well, fuck the title. What happened to Braun Strowman?
What happened to Kane versus Kane?
Yeah, he's
Remember
not
that?
a. Oh yeah, I bet
Yeah.
you under the mask was Braun Strowman. That's what ended up happening with that. The Universal
How
Championship
does
is
he
on the
disguise
line.
himself with a mask? I think he's like
Who's that?
pretty Braun Strowman.
Oh, yeah.
he did. Okay,
Yeah, he's
I
fake.
guess
He
I
had
would-
the sheep mask,
Big
right?
fucking.
Yeah.
He's
Oh,
a
yeah,
big
that-
We
fucking
knew it was
guy.
him though.
Well, yeah.
No,
the
that's
black
what I
sheep.
was saying. How do you tell it to? Yeah, it's like
It could be Halfthor Bjornsson.
objectively, as a new fan, I'm like, you can't disguise him. You might as well just put a mustache on him. I'm no Braun Strowman. I'm gonna
Those
get over his
tattoos, though.
mustache. Yeah, exactly.
And that
Yeah.
we were talking about Trish's oily chest. My God, Braun Strowman's
Braun
perfect.
Strowman
Yeah,
has
he's
the oiliest
very
of
oily.
chest.
Perfectly oiled to
The
perfection. my
oiliest of
friend.
chest. It's really
Very much.
Oh
so.
man,
impressive. This match, I think, is going to be
short.
short. Yeah, I don't know.
Yep.
Short.
You think it's a couple F5s? What do you do?
No.
You think Brock wins?
Yeah.
I think Brock wins too.
Yeah.
Who's he face though? Who's next?
After Seth?
Who's next?
You mean Survivor Series?
Throw a dart. I mean, you can.
Survivor Series? What do
There's
you
a
got?
On
long-
Raw though, like I don't.
You want to be completely
Owens
honest?
on SmackDown. Finn's out.
Aren't they doing
Roman
a draft
on
after
SmackDown.
SummerSlam? They
Are
agreed
they?
to a draft,
What
right?
now? What?
Aren't they doing a draft?
No.
Are they doing?
No.
it?
I've heard nothing of a draft.
I've
I have
heard
yet
of
to hear a
this.
draft.
Breaking
Breaking news, ladies and
Oh,
gentlemen.
I
We're
heard,
gonna-
no, I,
Breaking news from the ace that runs the place. WWE drafts ever after SummerSlam.
I thought Heyman and Bischoff wanted their own brands.
I
They
hope
just
so.
wanted
That
their
would be
own
awesome.
They
guys.
do have their own brands. Unfortunately,
But they
they're
want their own
working
guys,
under
like,
this
exclusive.
stupid
Right.
wild card bullshit.
That's why I'm waiting for like SummerSlam to like end. And I'm like, let's see what happens Monday.
I don't wonder. This is why we're sidetracking again. But
Okay.
hiring these two people whilst still having the handcuffs. What's the point?
For the fans, maybe they're like, oh, they got Bischoff.
All
and,
they did was
and Heyman.
Whoever writes these shows has to shovel shit. All you did was change the person who was shoveling the shit.
Yep.
It's just a different person shoveling the same shit. Raw has had some visual changes.
Okay.
There's some I could tell more of a difference in Raw than I can't. SmackDown just seems
SmackDown's
like
what it- oh no, SmackDown's back to what it used to be. Like it feels like Sunday Night Heat again. That's
Wow.
what it feels like.
feels
Ouch.
like
That's what
Sunday night.
It
Heat.
feels like Sunday Night Heat. It feels like, you know what? Here, we'll see you next week for Raw. This storyline hasn't evolved in any way at all. So yeah.
I don't know
Oh,
why.
and rematches.
You said Sunday Night Heat, but for some reason the old SmackDown theme popped up mad.
no.
I was like, what the fuck?
I miss
Young Michael Cole on Sunday nights, man. Them's were the days. Vintage Michael Cole on Sunday Night Heat.
So this matchup with Lesnar and Rollins, I mean, like you said, this whole drawn out babyface thing, it hasn't really been that drawn out. He does the whole, I'm going to beat Lesnar at SummerSlam.
Great.
I guarantee it.
Sure.
You're not beating him at SummerSlam.
We'll see
Yeah.
You don't believe so either?
Yeah, no, I think Brock's gonna win that. And also, another completely random side note. This is like again with this group of people I watch at the bar. At some point, like he came out.
Yes.
Seth came out with the chair limping, and someone was just like, why does Seth look so weird? And we were staring at the screen, and someone goes, his hair is not wet. And we're like, oh my God,
Oh,
Seth's hair's not
yes.
wet. And we're all looking, and
We-
it was just this big poofy
I
fucking.
mean, I see him and I'm like, his hair's not blonde anymore, which is weird.
Yeah,
This
no,
is,
but we're
I
just
can't
like,
do.
his hair's not wet.
We don't have visual, so I'll
Yeah.
explain it after I do it. But my wife was like this on the couch on the phone, and I said, "What the fuck's wrong with Seth?" And she went, "Oh my God!" Like, and I didn't figure it out. She went, "He's full poof mode." I was like,
Yeah.
"What happened?" It's like the humidity. If Seth
Yeah.
Rollins can't beat humidity, he's not going to beat Brock Lesnar at SummerSlam.
So true.
It's just not going to happen.
Damn true.
Not
You
in the hottest
can't-
part of the summer.
Yeah, if you didn't bother to, well, you know what I think is funny because if you notice, even for promos, like Seth always wets his hair.
Yeah.
Which
Yeah.
means someone in the back said, "Seth,
Somebody messed up.
don't wet your hair." Why? It will seem more real to the audience. I think people are more relatable to you if you had dry, dead end hair just showcasing on national television.
And I love cameras right behind the.
Someone must have listened to Cornette's thing.
I love cameras
There you
right
go.
behind the right behind Roman Reigns when he gets attacked randomly.
Oh, yeah.
I love cameras and
Which, by the way,
I
he
love
didn't-
camera on the car that hit him.
Yeah, I love that.
Oh,
yeah, because that's
yeah.
weird.
Are you kidding?
Yeah.
That's
Are you
authentic.
fucking kidding?
Okay.
I love the fact that he walked away from the first attack.
Completely unfazed.
Yeah.
Completely
Yeah. He was
unscathed.
like,
it didn't even hit him. He like dodged it.
I was crying laughing because the whole thing falls down and the interview was screaming, "Oh my God!" And then he gets out and he's like dusting himself
fine.
off and he's just like,
uh,
"That was crazy.
That was
Yeah.
weird.
What
God, that was
happened?
Weird,
weird.
man.
That was so weird.
Fuck.
I was walking for an interview when the fucking thing just fell down."
Yeah.
Big dog.
No, like, by the way, there was no medical personnel. Like security was walking by. Are you okay?
Decided, right, Brock's winning, so maybe we can go on to the maybe match. This Roman Reigns, Daniel Bryan, Rowan. Who knows?
Yeah.
Oh no! It's
I wasn't
Roman,
going to bring
it's
that
Roman
up,
versus
but
Buddy
if
Murphy.
you would
I'd love
like
to. I don't know because this is
because that was a weird way. That
That
was a weird go home ending
It was
for
the
SmackDown. 'cause-
the go home for SummerSlam
Yeah.
was
It's gonna be-
Rowan and Daniel Bryan in the ring looking super awkward. Roman on the screen. What's going on?
Yeah,
I think
it's confusing.
I think it's Roman versus Buddy.
I love.
Murphy,
Did
to be
anybody else
honest.
see the meme of like the shot? It's like a still of Rowan looking at the screen at Roman, and
Yeah.
a picture underneath of Luke Harper just mad as fuck, and then like, God damn it! It's like, well, if you stuck around, you got Sasha Banks, my friend. That's how that happened.
Becky just called Sasha Banks out.
Well, we'll see how that fucking. She's over here working at the New Japan dojo.
Yeah.
Doing
Which
her
is dope.
fucking.
I also think it's going to be Seth and Brock at Hell in a Cell. I think that'll be their blow off.
Ooh, okay.
that would be
okay.
fun.
I think
I'm
that's the
into
only
it.
way
Yeah.
like Seth gets the belt. He's definitely losing.
See, the thing about the problem with doing it at Hell in a Cell is if he loses in every direction leading up to that, how does he win?
Who?
So Seth.
I don't know. It's Brock Lesnar. How do you beat Brock Lesnar?
They ring the bell and he just puts 2 in his kneecap. And then that's it. It's just
Just like
fucking.
pops him, bang, bang, and curbs up on his chair.
And he still does.
like
kicks
the
out.
fucking-
Wait, he
It's
puts
like the
that
fucking
image.
Indiana Jones shit.
he
where
puts
he's
the,
like,
he
"Oh,
puts
bam."
2 into his kneecap, and of course Brock still doesn't sell it, so he beats him with a schoolboy.
Yeah,
Just rolls him up.
Yeah.
Just rolls him up, and of course because of leverage reasons and the hole in his cap, he can't fucking kick out. That's how that shit's gonna work. Speaking of not being able to kick out, this next matchup is stupid. It's the WWE Championship match. Kofi Kingston and Randy Orton completing a feud that isn't a feud. This is the most confusing buildup of all time. They took a real situation that both, for the record, for those of you who are unaware, that Randy was punished for.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was punished for this because he had an infamously bad attitude back in that time.
That's
And
right.
remember, this is the same year I think that he got Kennedy fired, for Christ's sake. He was a notorious
Kennedy.
just prima donna, just the whole deal. And when he did it on TV, he was punished. That's what it was, because he did it on TV.
Well, what was
Right.
it? That's the quote, right? The
Stupid.
Just stupid,
right? Yeah, Kofi
yeah,
botched
because my
something.
segues are awesome.
Yeah.
So we did the stupid deal, and for the record, for those because I had a few people confused as to why the stupid was important, because they're very slick on giving you a piece of the realness, but not explaining what the
What
realness was.
Right.
Because they're telling you that he said stupid, and they're telling you that he used his influence to fuck over Kofi, but they're not explaining why he was mad in the first place. And the reason he was mad in the first place was because Kofi blew a spot.
Correct.
Yeah, one.
That was it.
That was
That's
it.
all that he did. It wasn't even. It wasn't even like he
a
botched
finish
the
or
whole.
anything.
No,
It
it
was
was the
just- it was the
finish.
finish?
It was supposed to be a Trouble in Paradise into an RKO type deal or whatever. He was fine up until all that point. That's why when he got mad because everything got kerfuffled. Remember I told you spot breaker.
Yeah.
Well, he decided his spot breaker was going to be the fucking finish.
Right.
He was done, which is another part of the wrestling industry. If you're in there with a vet and he's done with your shit, he's going to end it early,
Yeah.
which is what
Take it
happened
home.
here. There was a bunch of kerfuffle. He, if you watch the video, he spun him around fucking real and then just dropped him. Boom. And that's what he did. The stupid.
Well, he got up early. That's all it
There was a lot of different things that he did leading up to the finish. Yeah, he had gotten
just
up
got up
early. Yeah,
early.
he just got up early. He missed the spot. There was other stuff that was supposed to happen.
I think they were trying to sell
Blah,
like,
blah, blah.
the kick or whatever, and then Kofi
the
got up.
Randy Orton promo leading up to it, I thought was absolute gold because he told the truth.
The sit-down interview thing?
Yeah, and
Yeah,
the
it was
truth
awesome.
is the truth is the best. Any storyline that has like a whole bunch of truth in it is always the best storyline. And he said Kofi wasn't ready then. And then he sold it with the Kofi's not ready now, which is not true. But back then, yeah, no, he wasn't ready.
No.
I did a whole episode on Kofi Kingston's career leading up to Mania because I was upset about the fact that so many people, he should have had it already. When?
Right.
Name a year. Forget who he should
They
have beat
would
for.
they would be referencing that
Name a
moment with
year.
Randy Orton.
Yeah,
That's
that would
honestly
be
the only one.
best one. But even then, like after stupid. If you're that talented, stupid doesn't destroy your career. It just doesn't.
Yep.
At least not for 10 years. Okay, you don't have one botched match and then lose your main event spot for 10 years.
I mean, they obviously
If
hadn't
you're that-
they weren't penciling him in
He's
there
had
anyway.
a career being a ladder match Royal Rumble guy, and that's it.
Hold his Intercontinental title, give it back.
They
Take
always
his
gave him
US
undercard
title,
stuff
give
because
it
he was
back.
popular, which is
Yeah.
fine. There's nothing wrong with that. He's not bad. I've never called Kofi Kingston a bad wrestler. He's not. But a world champion, he was never supposed to be the world champion. Unpopular opinion, he ain't a good one now.
Lies.
He's not. He's not. He's having the same matches that he was before. The only difference between him then and now is the system believes in him, so they're portraying him perfectly. He looks and feels like a world champion now because they're putting in
I
the
think
work.
The matches have been good too.
They're putting in the work to make him seem like it at least. It gives people who don't, if they don't know any better about wrestling, the wrestling aspect, and they just take it character for character. He comes off and appears on TV like a big deal.
Yep.
He's the champion. They put him on top. They opening segment, last segment. They put him on all the right spots.
put him over.
But if you put him in the ring with the fucking guy to go toe to toe, he ain't a fucking world champion. I still, to this day, and I was in the building when he won it. I was at Mania.
Me too.
Great moment.
Yeah.
Great moment. Especially for 1/4 of me, the whole African, Wakanda forever. I get all that shit, okay? I understand it. But even then I was fighting because he ain't the first black world champion. He just isn't.
Right. Yeah.
He's not even the first black WWE champion. He's just not. But even in that argument, whether you think he's first or not, he's one of two.
Right.
So it's still a big fucking deal. I never understood why they never accepted The Rock. He's like, you only have one.
Yeah.
So why would, and he's one of the biggest ones ever.
Well, I think
Why wouldn't you jump on board with that?
the
I don't
same
understand.
reason the same reason why fans are weird, because like his character was it's always Samoan, like kayfabe Samoan. They never
He
brought up-
accentuated the Samoan because the character demanded that he did.
Exactly.
He's still
No,
a
I
proud
agree. Of course
African American
he is. Of
fucking
course he is.
male.
I'm saying, I mean, I totally
No,
agree with that,
that's
obviously. I'm saying,
my
like,
only
people,
thing, right.
People bring that shit up, and it's like, nah.
So-
and then obviously Ron Simmons too, like holla back.
Well,
First ever-
he gets
first ever
credit for being
African-American
first ever
world
world champion, but the argument always stays to the WWE
WWE,
because they're
yeah.
racist and blah, 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 blah. Right, so when it comes to this particular matchup, because I'm trying to stay back on this now with
Yeah.
Randy Orton and Kofi Kingston, they're trying to use a little realism
Mm-hmm.
to spruce up a feud that they're literally pulling all of their asses.
Right.
But I think
This
since
program
Kofi
came out of
won-
nowhere.
But I think since Kofi won,
I see what you
people
did there.
like at least internet fans. I think I've seen people wanted this particular match because that was before the New Day. That was the highlight of Kofi's career. That program with Randy.
Right,
Orton.
and to be honest with
So
you,
when
to
soon
be
as he won
fair,
the championship, they were like, "Word, we gotta see this shit again." And now we're getting it, and I think it's gonna be good. It might even progress a couple.
I brought it
could
up
be an
on
actual program.
I brought it on the show
Couple matches.
before WrestleMania. Remember the Elimination Chamber match that he
Yeah.
almost won leading up to whatever. That was the big crowning moment for him. We're like, okay, we're going to go with him.
Yeah.
Who was the guy that put him over the best in that matchup? Randy.
Randall.
Randy.
Randall.
trying to
Keith,
remember.
When he
Orton.
when that chamber match was over,
Mm-hmm.
my first instinct when I saw that match was they're going to work that program at some point. They're going to come
Yeah.
back to that. I thought they would mention it. I didn't think he would be the core of a fucking something that happened in 2009 should not be the fucking core of a feud in 2019. I at least thought they would play off of it. But it's the basis of this entire thing.
Well, but I
where
think
it's
it,
like-
it does feed somewhat into Kofi's whole gimmick as champion. Like I've been here for 11 years, and this is like my final.
which, by the way,
I know, yeah, smallest violin, right?
you've
But
been
like,
making really good money supporting your family for forever.
yeah, right. Like,
Woe is me. You know,
but you know,
it's-
I think the point, like,
I
I've
like
been
that
here-
one line he said in the interview where he was like, Randy thinks that I'm successful because of him. No, Randy, I'm successful in spite of you. That was a dope fucking line. I like that.
So I think there's room there. I think it was an instant kind of emotional connection because that footage is really good. WWE production team is really good. So they were able to pull the best moments from that feud.
I think it sends mixed signals here because Hannah
Oh yeah, I would
was
love to
not a
hear Hannah's-
fan in 2009.
exactly.
So when they bring up old shit like this, you must
Yeah,
be sitting
you're
here
just
like,
what?
okay.
I mean, honestly, like when I,
'Cause up
as
until
like
I
with my
just-
new, with my new eyes looking at this,
Yeah.
it's just like I think it would be more. I mean, obviously they would never get away with this, but I think it would be better than like you motherfuckers made me be Jamaican for several years. That's
Yeah.
a much better than I've been doing this for
Up
11
until
years.
I just
Fuck you, I had
explained-
to be Jamaican for several years.
Up
Like,
until I just explained right now
Yeah.
what the what the stupid thing even was.
Mm-hmm.
As a person who's seeing this with fresh eyes, did you even understand what they were talking about?
Like
during the
vaguely,
course.
but again, it's because other people explained this to me. As I,
My
I'm
point.
like watching
Right,
this
yeah.
in
That's
a group,
my
but yeah,
point.
other people had to like kind of catch
If
me
you're
up.
if you're promoting
yeah.
the WWE champion in a championship match at SummerSlam, the people in the bar should not be explaining the storyline to other people.
Mm-hmm.
That's my fucking
Yeah,
point.
yeah,
Yeah.
great point.
Because it's I thought they would mention it. You play off of it as a jump start, okay,
start, yeah,
and then you build current shit around
Mm-hmm.
what happened before. I already didn't like you then,
Right.
so you're starting off on the bad foot, and now you're doing all this stupid shit to me. So now we're gonna have a fight at SummerSlam.
Let
I
it
think
go.
the problem.
Instead, they went, you did something stupid to me 10 years ago. I want to fight you in August. And that just doesn't make
But I
any
think
fucking
part
sense.
of that too is because like Orton is pretty similar. Like there's not a lot of like Orton character to like build a program, especially with Kofi Kingston, who is 100% character.
I actually think Randy became less interesting when he stopped being a prick. Because he's putting everybody over now. He's in his golden age now. He's like, I don't have much time left.
32, 33, whatever.
I'm going to put over Kofi.
And,
It's going to be now.
and I fought Kofi about 7 or 6 failed tests ago. So let me see how much more length I can get out of this. Not to mention, and I think people are kind of forgetting this, and again, this goes to the Kofi Kingston deal. Kofi Kingston's having a great programs, but it almost seems like it's in the background that the WWE Championship,
Yep. And
which is supposed to be the most prized possession in the game. Everyone keeps shitting on Brock Lesnar, but he's made the Universal title way more valuable than the WWE Championship. Disagree or agree? What do you guys?
I think
Actually,
from
I do.
perception-wise,
Kind of,
yeah. But
you're
I
right,
also
yeah.
feel like that has to do a little bit with the superstars shape. Like Kofi's role on Raw, like when he's presented on Raw in light of the, like, you never see Brock on SmackDown with the title. Or you never saw Seth on SmackDown. You know what I'm saying? You never saw Seth on
Unless
SmackDown
the
really with
Fox
the
deal,
title.
maybe because of the whole.
That's what I'm thinking too.
Yeah, but I'm
Maybe.
just saying, like, Kofi shows up on Raw, he does his little gimmick thing, throws out pancakes. It's cool. It doesn't devalue it, but then you look in comparison, like, that's not happening with the Universal title. The Universal title is more exclusive. It's more, there's more attention there. There's all these different things. Again, the programs, I think, for the Universal title, except for Samoa Joe, there's not been a ton of, like, personal tension. It's been, like, very competitive and, like, these are gonna
That's
be
a
good
weird
matches.
side effect of Brock Lesnar, like, not showing up to things a lot, is it sort of made the title more valuable because you don't get to see it. Like, it's just like, ooh, here it comes. I haven't
Paul
seen
Heyman's
that.
Casual fan.
Paul
Yeah.
Heyman's explanation. It's not special if it happens every day.
Yeah.
Brock Lesnar is probably the only star on that
Legitimate,
fucking show.
yeah.
That's the crazy part. That's why he has the belt, because there's no stars.
As a promoter or someone who's worked in the industry for a long time, I always tell people all the time, human instinct will tell you what you need to know. And when you hear, it's a new day, yes it is, boom,
Yeah, exactly.
your body gets happy. You're like,
Yeah.
oh, we about to have some fun. This is going to be dope. Your body goes, oh, shit.
Yeah.
Two completely different fucking vibes, and one is more important than the fucking other. Because while you'll pay occasionally to have a good time, you will always pay to see a good fucking fight.
Oh yeah? How about this scenario? Let me just quote your arm back for a second, whatever. Brock Lesnar in the ring, Paul Heyman's there with the mic, blah, blah, blah. We beat Seth Rollins. Who's next? Aleister Black's music hits.
Hell yeah.
That would
That
be
would
a
be
waste.
You think so?
Because Lesnar
right now
is
he's
going
like,
to
no.
go over.
That's fine.
That's my only problem. That's the one catch-22 to having Brock. You just said he's like the one star that we have, which is fine. Unfortunately, you have to feed the beast at some point.
Right.
And if you're already going through, because remember, he just did the job to Seth at WrestleMania.
Yeah, yep.
And even though we're all agreeing that he may go over here at SummerSlam, but it's to eventually let Seth go over again.
Maybe.
If that's a 2-to-1 ratio on Seth, he ain't putting fucking Aleister Black over. And if anything, I would put hard body money. I don't think he sells that black mask the way we think he will.
Oh, he just
Because
takes
it's a
kick.
straight kick to the face. And Lesnar's going to be like, are you fucking serious? These people have seen me kicked in the face by the fucking best. You want this fucking jabron to come in here and fucking kick me in the face? Are you fucking crazy?
I just wanna
now,
see
he
the
jobbed
match.
with a fucking curb stomp. So who knows? I might be wrong. But he took 3 fucking curb stomps to beat him.
And a low blow.
Plus a low blow. And God knows what other fuck. He probably put shit in his water before the show. Or I don't know what the fuck.
Yeah.
There's a million. And for the record, if I'm not mistaken, I think Seth's a bigger competitor than Aleister Black. Is he not?
I wouldn't know, but I mean,
Aesthetically, they look very similar.
They're very
but I think
similar
Yeah,
size-wise, but I'm not.
I mean, I don't know.
Energy's different.
the energy
Oh,
is.
yeah, it's very.
I prefer
yeah,
Aleister's work over Seth's work. You
Yeah.
guys call me
I mean,
crazy
it's kind
or
of.
not.
I'm
I
a
like-
goth,
I'm
so
just-
that's a personal
Aleister Black
preference.
is
I
the
like
man
them
right
both,
now.
but yeah, no, God, Aleister Black's awesome.
When as a new
Seth is
as a-
6'1", Aleister's 5'11". So yeah,
taller than
they're,
both.
It's
they're
not-
about the
it's-
same build weight though.
I'm taller than
yeah,
both of
it's
them.
pretty.
Great.
It's pretty interchangeable.
But
As
they're
someone who's
215 though.
as someone who's watching all this stuff for the first time, when you see someone like Kofi Kingston, because you're learning about the history as you kind of go along here. Randy, obviously, as you're learning now, has a ton of history because he's been here for literally 1,000 years.
Yeah.
And right there with him, I think, is Kofi, because Kofi was that Randy's debuts to 2002, and Kofi signed and debuted on TV in 2000. He signed in 05, debuted on TV 08, something like
09.
that.
I think it was 09, that ECW era.
No, 08 with yeah,
you're
with
right.
yeah,
I
he
think you're right,
debuted
08,
before
sorry.
that, yeah. So I mean, it's comparable. I mean, they've both been compared to a lot of the roster now. They've been here for fucking ages. These are the OGs fighting it up. Are you looking forward to this as a wrestling match, or are you trying to find out more about this story? Does the story at all
More
interest you?
is
Because now you're hearing the actual specifics.
Yeah.
So are you looking now forward to like see where they go with how this runs, or are you just
I'm
looking
like
more to the match?
vaguely. I mean, I'm vaguely interested in the story because I want to be able to keep up with it and continue to like piece everything into
This
the
shit is
larger
like baseball.
context. Yeah,
Like, with the
because I
stats
love
and shit, where
Yeah,
you're
but
just like-
I like, but it's more interesting than baseball because it's not just numbers. It's like
Yeah.
there's feelings and
like
like
that.
fiction and stories involved in everything.
Yeah.
Like it costs. It's
Are you trying to tell me
definitely
there's no
baseball
feeling behind
silly.
a 3,000th hit?
Oh, well.
Because I agree.
home
but
run.
I'm just
Yeah, because I can't, I can't fall asleep during wrestling. I can't. I love
Yes,
baseball
you
too.
can.
Well, you're talking to two people who used to work at Yankee Stadium.
Oh,
We
yeah.
didn't have the show. Well, you still work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Where we didn't have the option
word.
of going to sleep because Booker T downstairs would get all kinds of fucking mad if
Yeah,
we did
well,
that.
I'm a Phillies fan, so we sleep. All right,
There you
so
go. We actually have a mutual friend, Alexander Polgreen.
Who?
Polgreen?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I was his best man in
That's
his wedding. Yeah.
What?
Yeah. I kept his jab. You
Yeah, I
him,
am interested-
Let him tell you that story. I
Okay.
don't want to pat myself on the back.
yeah, I am interested in seeing the match because I like because I'm still kind of getting used to like when they have somebody that's like Kofi's size versus like Randy because I'm tiny.
Yeah.
I need to know what the hell
And
to
it seems
do
a little
because
unrealistic when
everybody's
you
gonna
see the
be-
little guy
Yeah,
face this
exactly.
guy, right?
But and it's also just for me for a personal
Yeah.
point.
Ding dong.
Everybody's like bigger than me, so
Ding
I need
dong.
to know what the
WWE,
fuck
'cause-
to do. Yeah.
Watch WWE. They
Yeah.
always do that.
Ding
Yeah.
dong. For those of you wondering, I've been saying this
Sorry,
for
Chad
forever.
Gable.
Here's I wouldn't call you a casual because your current position, but for someone who's new, doesn't it just seem a little logical? Am I crazy when I rant about this shit on my show about how little guy, big guy, just you have to do it right?
Oh, it has to.
It
Yeah.
has
Oh,
to
it
be
has
done
to do
right.
it right.
Yeah.
Done right.
No, but see, you guys, the three of you just looked at me and went, yeah, obviously. But
No,
I
absolutely.
have people all the time.
Hey, one of my favorite moments in WWE history is Rey Mysterio getting swung like a bat. That was the best.
You would be surprised when I don't know if you remember Daniel Bryan Lesnar at Survivor Series. I had people telling me that they were mad that Bryan just didn't run through this fucking guy.
What?
Look at that. Look
Wait,
at
that
this.
was really?
They were like,
I wanted Daniel
And again,
Bryan
I
to
also
win.
they're like
come from
Daniel
a
Bryan's a
martial-
far superior wrestler.
I
Why
wanna
can't he
meet
just
these
beat the
guys.
shit out of Brock
Just not
Lesnar? I'm
over.
like, what?
It's also not true in real life.
Yeah, and
It's not
and
true
again,
in
I
real
come
life,
from
you
like
said?
an actual
Yeah.
martial
No, I
arts
know.
background
I meant,
too.
like-
So in my head, I'm just like, I don't know that
Just
no
weight
sense
proportion
make.
alone.
Yeah, exactly. I don't.
Kofi or Randy, for someone who is, this I'm pointing at Hannah here,
Oh,
for
man.
someone who's new to all this and you're seeing these storylines for the first time.
Oh man, but I still also have like stupid marketing brain that never goes away, and I'm still feel
Listen,
like they
that's
wouldn't
how
take it away
everyone
from.
picks. So
Yeah,
go ahead.
and I'm just like, yes, I don't think they take it away from Kofi yet, at least not for him.
I
But,
actually concur. I don't think it's
yeah.
coming off of him either.
Yeah.
I think what you said earlier a little bit about some of these being blow-offs and some of these being maybe the start of something, and I think the way you described kind of how they've been building this, I think this might actually be the start of something, and we might
That'd be
see
cool.
might see Kofi climb back. So I think Orton. I'm gonna pick Orton actually on this one because again,
Okay.
there's so many matches where
I
it was
actually
the
don't think it's a bad
predictability.
pick.
But that's still only
Yeah,
two
I
of
mean, I
6
don't think it's
championships
bad.
changing
I
hands.
just
Here's here's why I think you can't take the belt off of Kofi yet. Because, again, this goes back to me being a little impartial about the fact that I just don't see him as a champion. So, even if they do see him as a great champion at the moment, we don't know if he's doing all the right things to be a champion down the line. So if you're only going to get one run from him, make it as strong a run as possible so that when he drops to the next guy, hopefully that guy is the one that we
Rocket
can
strap.
now... Yeah, rocket strap, boom. He's the guy who took it off the black guy. Which is essentially...
Yeah.
You're scoffing, but that's what
Walter.
the title. That's what the title change is
Do it
going to
to,
be.
Yeah.
give it to Walter.
It's good. Oh my God! Imagine, give it to Walter.
I'm just saying. I don't know. Political climates aside, give it to Walter.
Dun, 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 dun,
God,
dun.
I love NXT UK
Oh,
so much.
man.
Yeah, no, the fucking Walter's bitches chant. I've been just like losing my mind.
With
Yeah,
all due
yeah,
respect to
all
the
of
guys on the main
Imperium,
roster,
yeah.
they ain't Walter ready yet.
Yeah.
No, big fact.
Keep
no,
his
they're
ass
not.
in the UK.
I mean,
Keep him
honestly,
away from Vince.
Keep him away from Kofi.
How
because
many
Kofi
main
doesn't
roster-
have any chest muscles, and honestly,
Yeah.
he will die.
I always make the joke, and
Will
maybe
die.
it's in poor taste, but Kofi's chest always makes me think of the. You ever seen Temple of Doom? Like the Kali Ma guy.
Yeah.
So the guy
that's
did the
mean.
Kali Ma thing, and it just kind of self-healed. It just
Yeah.
just where it is where it was after the Kali Ma. When they took that hot potato out of his chest. And then it was all over after that. Guys, this has been long, but it's been fun.
It's a Friday night. We're
And
chilling.
it's about time for us to hit the old road here. Now, I want to take this time to let everybody know and let everybody here know that I will be cutting the fuck out of this video because you guys gave me so much great material. It all can't just go into one thing. I got to space these bitches out. There's such good shit said on this show that I have to space all these things around. Ace,
Yes, sir.
you are one half of the BWF two-man faction champions.
Yes, sir.
And your partner again, his name is
Big Cuzzo.
Big Cuzzo. You guys will be defending that championship sometime soon, I'm sure. Do you have any dates for us and any upcoming shows that you want to talk about here?
Well, August 25th, me and Big Cuzzo, we make BX strong. We are the undefeated
Undefeated, that's right.
two-man faction BWF champions, two-man faction champions. And August 25th, we'll be defending against two guys we don't know yet. But then they put
Mystery
the
opponents.
Mystery
That's a
opponents.
great tag team
But
name.
then they have the nerve.
They're facing two vacants. This
we
is
don't know
crazy.
yet. We don't know yet. We don't know who they lined up for us. But then they had the
You're in
nerve.
fucking trouble, brother.
September 7th.
Okay.
In the other advertisement for the BWF show, they said, "Oh, if they successfully defend their belts, then they will defend
Ooh.
against East Coast Syndicate and Alvin Alvarez and Mike Law." First of all, I'm offended because, yeah, I know it's great. He's a nice
I
guy.
got the Mike Law shirt
Colossal
right
Mike
there.
Law against Big Cuzzo. Yeah,
He's so
we just
colossal.
talked about big guy and little guy. What do you think is going to happen? All
Hey,
right,
Mike's huge.
Yeah, he's
his
not
ego's
huge.
colossal.
He's colossal.
Yeah, his
Hey.
dreams are huge, and Cuzzo's going to stomp on him.
Yeah, because Cuzzo's actually big.
Yeah.
He's big for real.
He's my
B.I.G..
best friend.
Unpack your adjectives, gentlemen.
What happened, Hannah? All this swinging got you uncomfortable for a second?
Listen,
It's like,
all we
oh,
do-
you boys. Go ahead.
The last show, we literally handed out L's to the crowd.
Literally.
Literally handed
Literally.
out L's to the crowd.
Can we get footage of that? I would love to share that on my
I
social
have footage
medias.
on my phone of this.
Actually,
Tag,
AJ,
tag, yes.
today
show you
is
later.
day 35 of the greatest BWF two-man faction championship reign of all time. And for today's video, I actually posted that of us handing out L's.
you did?
I did
All
to
right.
the crowd.
Where can we
So
check
we're-
that out?
Yeah, we're-
Facebook, Instagram. I also fixed my Instagram handle. It's no longer Ace Andrews Inc. It is now Ace Andrews Too Good. And you spell good G-U-D the way it should be.
Oh, the way it should be, which is also
Should.
S-H-U-D.
Yeah, exactly.
It's too good. It's too good.
Yep.
Oh, Hannah, wonderful,
right.
wonderful time meeting you here tonight.
It's great meeting you, too.
This is a crash course in meeting each other. What do you
right.
got coming up here? It's time
Awesome.
for plugging.
Well, I mean, my awful wrestling's tomorrow, so that's not going to work out. But
Yeah. Word of
well,
advice:
just-
don't call your wrestling awful if you want them to show up.
Oh yeah, no, I mean it's
You gotta talk that talk, sister. You gotta give them the
No,
good
that's the
mouth.
name of the
that's the name
promotion.
of the promotion is awful. It's
Is it really the name of the promotion?
Yeah, it's the
Yeah.
comedy show.
For the record, my comment stands.
Yeah.
Don't call
Hey,
it
man.
awful if you want them to.
But although they're selling
Oh, is
the
it like a
venue
play
out,
on
man.
words type deal?
Yeah, well,
see,
and
there
that's
you
also
go.
it's an acronym.
reverse
yeah.
psychology.
But it's also an acronym. It's
If-
like Art Wrestling Federation Urban League.
Whoa. Actually,
Yeah.
I take it back. That's actually pretty cool.
Yeah.
Do they have like dots in it, or are they
Yeah.
really just calling it?
Yeah.
So, wow.
Art Wrestling Federation.
I must
Urban
like
League.
them on
yeah,
social
no,
media.
it's real, and it's
Yeah,
weird.
definitely.
They've been selling it out.
And it's comedy
they're
wrestling, you
fucking-
said?
Yeah, it's called comedy.
I am
shit.
actually learning about this. I've never
It's
heard
not
of
even.
this.
I mean, the crazy
It's
thing about it
weird.
is it's less. It's not even comedy wrestling like you would think of like Cabana or Orange Cassidy or
It's
something
like
like that.
they
It's
did it-
comedians wrestling.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
interesting. Like what?
So there's like a mix of sketch comedy.
Hence the
and there's
big
a
cat
bit-
It's
thing.
half, yeah, no, it's like kind of half stand-ups and some performance. Like the woman running
taking
it,
bumps though.
yeah,
Some if they know.
Yeah.
I trained her and another comedian.
And then there's
in the
some
ring,
other
like,
people.
You're like the Brock Lesnar of awful wrestling.
Yeah,
right
no,
now.
it's
Charlotte
crazy. And
Flair.
there's a couple of people in there
Hollywood
that have been
Blonde.
through like Shikara level 1 or 2 or whatever.
Do
They're
you,
like,
you have any aspirations to go further in the comedy wrestling?
I'm gonna see how. I'm just gonna
Getting your
train
feet
and
wet
see
here.
what happens because
Okay.
I'm also like doing 5 million things at once. I'm still doing stand up. Like if I'm gonna plug anything, I'm periodically at New York Comedy Club most nights of the week.
There you
I'm my social media is
Chill,
Hark
woman.
yeah, it's Hark _ it's Hannah on both Twitter and Instagram and posting
go.
stuff up there. Yeah. So I don't know. Comedy's still kind of the front running thing, but I'm just seeing
Hey.
where this goes. And I also they're giving me the opportunity to like write my entire storyline and character and shit. So I'm like,
There
all
you
right,
go.
well, I'm going to do some stupid bullshit about
time
gentrification.
to get
so-
creative.
Yeah, for sure.
If it-
Although the woman running it did the best job you possibly can of explaining it. She's like, we're performance artists pretending to be wrestlers. I'm like, there you go. That's respect. That's a respectful way to do it. Right? Yeah.
Pretending to be wrestlers, my
Yeah.
old school heart.
I know. That's like one of my favorite things. One of my favorite things about this is that I'll tell this to people and
Don't
they'll
tell
be like,
Cornette this shit is happening.
I
Please.
know.
Or do.
Yeah.
Because like,
It feels like advanced
no
trolling.
publicity
Yeah.
is bad publicity.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
At
Especially
this
if it's
point.
What are
called
these
awful
dirty ass
wrestling.
mud show dumb shits, dipshits
And
doing
then
in
we're just
Philadelphia
like-
now?
And it's all just like, well, you know what? We're selling at the venue, so don't come. Okay.
Yeah, word.
You don't like it? Don't fucking come. It's not for you.
Straight up.
Yeah.
Zach.
Word, yeah. You can follow me on Instagram at ZacharySnow1, Facebook, facebook.com/ZacharySnow. I have a couple dates coming up. I know I'll be around BWF for some of that stuff on the 25th and the 7th. I'll be in at New Age Wrestling in...
Are you doing BCW?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. BCW.
That's my next match. I'm
Yeah,
sorry. I
that's-
know we're talking about
no,
you.
Yeah, no, absolutely. We can. No, we can throw that back.
I know we were
BCW
talking
next
about
weekend.
you, but real quick,
BCW,
I'm
my
also
bad,
going to be at
BCW
BCW.
next weekend, yeah. Right?
BCW 25. It's
Yeah.
me.
You know who won't be at BCW? This guy.
Yeah. That might be one
My
of
BCW
the.
run
This
is
is
over.
this is something I've been thinking about, and obviously I got the platform now. That might be one of my last shows refereeing.
Full
Because
transition.
well, so I love reffing. I've learned a ton.
Breaking news here.
Yeah,
Hold on.
breaking news.
Full announcement. He waits 3 hours in to give us.
Of
Okay, here we
course,
go.
right? I got the chance with Brian Idol and Gabriel Sky to ref a match at Yams Day 2019 with ASAP Rocky at Barclays in front of 19,000 people. I entered this business, never really wanted to be a referee, and I think that might be the peak for me, really, as a ref. After AJ and Ricochet and Ray and Red, 19,000 at the Barclays. If I go any higher than that, it's going to be a life of stripes.
Yeah,
And
it
I don't
will
know
be.
if that's not really why I'm here. So if you want to fight, let's
gotta-
fucking do it.
I actually have a blank spot here for you.
Fuck Bobby
Randy
Orlando.
Kofi.
Oh yeah, I didn't vote. I was like, all right. Kofi.
Kofi. Any particular
Yeah.
reason or blah, blah, blah?
Randy doesn't care anymore.
Fair enough.
There you
Where,
go.
where have you been for 17 years? Where did he start caring? I don't know how that works.
Oh, I'm
itself
sorry.
out.
You're right. Randy really doesn't care anymore.
I think he cared when he had the
He
pyro.
really doesn't care to the
He
point he's
really,
gonna put
really doesn't
Kofi over.
care. Oh, yeah.
I think when he had the
he's
pyro,
really
he
at
cared a
fucking
little.
mode,
No,
right?
he
He's
does not
like,
give a fuck.
you gonna put Kofi? Yeah, fuck it. Whatever. Just keep sending my checks. The alimony and the child support keeps coming, so you guys keep coming too. Thank you for listening. Thank you for downloading. Thank you for sharing. And, of course, thank you for enjoying the Summerslam Roundtable. Take it away, kid.
100 episodes, now pay him.
And make sure that you buy my husband's t-shirt at prowrestlingtees.com/AJOUM. Please, he needs this.
Listen to my daddy show. He's the best, so I don't know.